Hello everyone, welcome to What If DXD verse react to Issei from A Different Timeline Part 5. Before we start, please go support Unison Skeeth 666 for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. Ep 22 Escaping the Assault and Long Ass Hell Explanation. Scene change. Skeeth house living room. Scene showing both Issei and Vali waking up from their sleep from the floor. Issei. Waking up groggily. What happened last night? Vali. Rubbing forehead from headache. Guy don't know how I do last I remember we've been partying all night. Greg, you guys been having wild party last night and it was sight to see. Albion. Yeah, after the new guest and together with our host leave, you guys are totally wasted, see it yourself. But both Issei and Vali sweat drops after looking around, noticing everyone else except the angels who was sleeping on couch like family was totally wasted, with Azazel and Shem. His eye was hanging from spinning ceiling fan, Sirzech switching clothes with Grayfia Cow and his colleagues was inside the sink in the toilet, Zeoticus together with Lord Phoenix and Lord Citri was inside the trash bin. Great Red who was sleep eating inside the refrigerator and the house interior covered with food with others who was in questionable positions. Issei, holy crap, we're totally going wild last night. Ollie. Nodding and start grinning while brought out camera. Yeah, but first you know what I'm thinking, right? I do. Issei. Looking at the camera. Vali brought out and also start grinning. Hey, I know, it's blackmail time. But both of them start taking pictures of those in embarrassing poses. Albion, oh god no, please don't let Vali become like his other self, start praying and worry. Issei. Alright, I got enough pictures already, I gonna check the girls first. Goes to their room and found no one. Where are they? Greg, have you checked your room? Issei, oh that's right, goes to his room, opening the door and fall unconscious from nosebleed, seeing his harem sleeping naked and in naughty position. Oh heaven. Greg. Sighing amused after seeing what just happened for someone who was aiming to become harem king. You sure are innocent sometimes, partner. Whatever, I'm going back to sleep, letting out a snore. Several moments later, with Rias come out from her room and noticed Issei who was unconscious. Rias. Issei hurriedly goes to him in worry and brought him to nearby couch, putting his head on her lap while caressing his hair gently while muttering to herself, Issei, I've been thinking that I'm too selfish in the past. And I know that I've been hurting you many times with my own selfishness. I know how kind you are. And probably that you have forgiven us and already moved on from us. Still I want to say I'm sorry for what I has done. And promise to try to be a better person for both of us, and that is my promise. Who knows if I'm not too hasty with my decision back then. Start letting out tears, sobbing a little, maybe we'll be a happy family. And have children of our own. I know that I already lost my chance with you, even though I wanted us to be back together and also earn back your trust if I got the chance. Still thank you, Issei. And I love you. Kiss Issei forehead and leaves. Akeno. Came out from her room yawning a little and noticed Rias walking hurriedly while wiping her tears. Rias. Back to Vali, who was still taking blackmail pictures. Vali, you know what, Albion, I guess I can understand a little why my other self enjoyed doing things like this, grinning while still taking pictures. Albion. Sighing, whatever, do your thing, I'm gonna continue with my nap, letting out snore. Vali. Sweat drops, lazy ass dragon, whatever, I'm going to kitchen for something to eat. Go to his destination. But Simk's cast already started to woke up embarrassed with their positions and hurriedly try to clean the house after noticed the house state. Scene change on the path heading to Skeeth house. Scene showing Either, who was walking while whistling peacefully, followed with both Shiru and Peter. Either. Alright, seems like we have about 5 min left before we arrive. Last night party was wild though. Shiru, heh, you're right, I nearly forgot the feeling about hanging out with other people for fun, let out relaxed smile. Peter. Speaking of Mr. Either, from what others said, out of all of us, you're the first one that got sent here first, right? How did that happen? With Shiru also turned to Either, curious. Either. Nodding, you're right, about that, it wasn't Skeeth-san that bring me here, it was Tsukasa-san or Decade, as you guys know. Shiru. Widen eyes in shock, wait, what? But how, why he does that instead? It's completely weird when considering his role. Either I never knows back, then I once meet him in one of my lone travels across the worlds. That's how I met him when he was about to destroy a world. Frowning a little, my stupid past self thought can beat him, but that was mistake of my part. Got completely toyed and beaten till I temporarily lost my memory about him from technique he has. When I woke up, I was already at another world. Peter. Honestly, when seen him for the first time, my sense telling me that I got no chance at all if fought against him. Shiru same with me, frowning. Either. About how I got here, start frowning from memory of his past. In my last world, I traveled to something happened that make me give up with everything. That's how he suddenly appear, returning back my memory and brought me here to Skeeth-san for rehabilitation. Since then, that's how Skeeth-san together with San and Corbenik-san has started to find people like us for rehabilitation. Shiru, I see, start to get reminded of how he and his other unfortunate self got brought here. Peter. Notice Skeeth house in distance guys, we're here already. Either alright, let's go start approaching the house together with others and notice that Skeeth and Corbenik appear from a portal. Skeeth OU3, hello together with and Corbenik waving to them with them waving back, then go inside the house together. With everyone already exchanged their greetings and goes to viewing room. Scene change, Skeeth house living viewing room. Yasaka. Issei-kun, something wrong. Noticed that Issei was in deep thought. Issei, oh, it's nothing, just wondering a little how I get to the couch when I woke up. Any idea, Drake? Drake, nah, I don't know, I already sleeping after you fall unconscious. With Rias secretly giving a longing and determination glance to Issei. Skeeth. Thinking good, she already started to realize her own mistakes, now just other four to realize their own. Who knew, but still, those three monsters are scary. Snuggling with Yasaka with other children do the same with their parents. Rossweisse. The amount of bloodlust they expelled is something I've never seen before. Shivering, remembering the three Zinagers' appearance. Skeeth, well. Before anyone asks for spoilers, let's start the viewing point, the remote to screen. Screen open. Scene change, Misty Peaks mountainous area. Scene showing all four of them in tattered clothes and suffering several injuries while under the heavy rainstorms bracing through it, still running away, struggling to shake the three Zinagers off from their tail. Thobi, oh man, the sound's giving me shivers. Aoki, you're right brother. Vali, holy shit, jump to the side avoiding the thunderbolts. Greg. What the buck with those things? It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. Albi and I don't know what matter right now, we just need to focus too on how to escape first. Issei, not to mention under this damn weathers, oh my god, jump aside, falling face first into the mud from one Zinagers, who's charging towards him doing body slam, destroying most of the ground, making the cliff area they are at start to get fragile. Odin. Jaw drops together with Xcast, holy crap, those things are vicious. Sirzech. Nodding, frowning, yeah, no wonder that Decade-san warned them, I dread if they ignore his advice. But Xcast, especially Issei and Asia, gotten pale hearing that. Issei, you, good thing other me decides to take Decade-san advice. Greg. Goes to Issei, who was removing the mud on his face, and take his hand, brought him up and start running away from incoming Zinagers' attacks, bracing through the rains. You're right, this weather is too damn unnatural, it possibly because of the one we seen on the sky before. Ollie. It's quite possibly that it was an elder dragon and powerful one. Albi and I think Folly is right, but that's not the important matter now, oh shit. With all four of them dodging left and right from thunderbolt strikes across the area summoned by the Zinagers that was currently letting out loud howling, making them covering their ears in pain while still dodging. With Xcast, Shiru and Peter covering their ears from the sounds of howling. Shiru. Sheesh, those four really got it rough. Hut turn to either, and you fought those kind of things on daily basis back then, aren't you? Either. Nodding while giving a smirk. Yup, I am the memory. Get brought into memory lane. Peter the first wonder how you survive every time back then, with Xcast also wondering the same thing. Greg. Damn it, how long they gonna bucking howling like a bucking banshee? Volley, good thing they don't bucking screaming like bucking Kezu and Giganox. Issei, oh you idiot, don't bucking remind me of those bucking things. Albion. Just why? You damn imbecile, I still got nightmare after that experience, why you must say it now in this time, huh? Greg, for buck's sake, why you have to remind me of that? Never, I've been violated so much in my life before. Shuddering, remembering the experience with Kezu and Giganox. Ollie. I'm sorry, okay, not like I mean it. But Xcast, Shiru and Peter turned to either to ask, but stopped after seeing him making disgusted face. Either. Don't ask me. Herb. With his face getting purple, gagging in disgust remembering his slimy experience. While Skeeth and Corbenik chuckle amused remembering the time they teaming up with either, teaching him the ropes with him always being the Kezu and Giganox victims in his newbie days. Arinu, Skeeth-san. Skeeth nod would be shown how they would looks like in the future, gave mischievous chuckle. But Xcast, Shiru and Peter suddenly got chills in their spine hearing the chuckle. But four of them still arguing, letting their guard down, making the thunderbolt striking the place they are at, making them got thrown away to the ground and struggling trying to get up from the approaching Zinagers. Issei, shit, is this it? Well, suddenly the three Zinagers got hit with invisible force, making them fall to their side trying to get up. Volley, what happened? Albi and I don't know, but we can't let this chance pass. Greg. Albion, right, time to get away. But four of them having managed to get up preparing to leave. Either. Narrow his eyes muttering, could it be? Sudden scene change, the sea area of deserted island near the misty peak. Either. Catching his breath while sharpening his longsword after managing to slay the three Deviljo he's hunting Mew. Finally managed to kill this 3 time to get back from the storms. Could it be? Noticing the storm brewing in distance. Zeoticus, damn. He managed to kill 3 Deviljo solo. Lord Phoenix, what an exceptional warrior. Lord Citri indeed, he is nodding, but suddenly a Plesieth jump out from water shooting jet stream of water in his direction making him dodge the attack. Shiva. That's one big fish whistling interested. Skeeth, let me introduce you guys, that one is called Plesieth, one of the most popular monster in hunter community, both hated and loved by the hunters. Sarah, what do you mean by that? Oh, that is because of one bullshit reason that Plesieth together with its variant share start grinning just see. But cast, Shiru and Peter turn to scream curious. But either widen eyes in shock after realizing that the Plesieth in distance was preparing a certain legendary move. Either oh shit, not the damn bucking blasted hip check getting ready to dodge knowing how futile it would be. Only with nothing happened after the Plesieth doing the hip check with it, start staying still while it looking around left and right creepily, and turn around running away jumping inside the water swimming away leaving the scene. Ikuaki, ignoring how derpy it looks the way it moves its head was creepy as hell with cast nodding in agreement. Either blinking confused and decided not to think much about it, that was random. Whatever, I pray for the unlucky fellow that would get hit by that. What was that? Turned back to carve his spoils of hunt before getting back home and noticed something moving at high speed in the sky, but decided shrug it off seeing that it already leaves. Either put his fist on his palm in realization that's why it doesn't connect back then, seems like those Zinagers got hit instead start thinking I'm lucky that one doesn't attack me back then. Issei wait what? How's that possible? Peter yeah even I'm puzzled scratch head in wonder. Corbenik well the reason why Plesieth and all it variants was loved and hated was because of it legendary hip check. Either nodding yeah when it gonna do the move be prepared to get hit, no matter how far you are against them those damn hip checks are nearly undodgeable in rare case if the hip check doesn't hit you there, would be unlucky fellow that would get hit instead, no matter where they are. But cast, Shiru and Peter jaw drops unable to believe what they just heard. Arena are you serious? With either nodding, Skeeth talking telepathically within Corbenik should we tell them that Plesieth hip checks can traverse across space-time and quite possibly omniverse? Nah, better not I don't think that they can handle it. Corbenik yup, some things are better left unsaid. Scene change Misty Peaks mountainous area. Back to Issei and company. Issei alright guys, let's heard a roar from the sky making him and others turn to the direction of the voice. Great red. Judging by it roar alone that is very powerful elder dragon I wonder how I would fare against it. Tannen. Nodding my sense telling me that those four not ready yet to fight against it. Either. Nodding you're right Tannen-san, they're completely lucky to escape, even among elder dragons that one is among the high-tiered ones. Haneko what is the name of that elder dragon? But Simks cast Fassipum hearing the stupid question already knowing the answer would be, well Skeeth, Corbenik and either looking back and forth between each other, giving a nod and turn back to Kaneko to answer. All for one word, spoilers. But Kaneko slumped down in her seat feeling embarrassed from her question. Issei guys, Dodge suddenly felt something wrong would happen with his instinct. But Issei together with others jumped down from the cliff to hang on the tree below, and barely a second after that, from the direction of the roar a highly pressured jet stream of water shooting out from the sky, tearing down the cliff cleaving it in two, making the Zinagers fall down to cliff below. Ollie holy shit. Got wide-eyed with others seeing the destruction and noticed that the mountain got cut in half, leaving big crevice across the land. Greg. Good thing that we got away in time if not. Albion don't think about it we should be grateful that we managed to stay alive. Issei. Noticed that the storms start getting clearer seems like that elder dragon already about to leave, let's go guys with other nodding in agreement. Ollie. Holding his injuries yeah, you're right, we need to head back fast but first, let's go get some herbs for first aid first along the way. Greg. That was a mess, look at our clothes with everyone else looking at themselves seeing their tattered clothes and letting out defeated sigh. Albion. Whatever, let's go guys. But all four of them slowly while walking start heading back towards Yukumo village while trying to find herbs munching it while on their way to their destination. Shiri damn that was quite something else, knowing that world rule no wonder they received the warning. Peter. You're right if not for the things I has seen in my life before back then I would be like them though pointed cast, who was gaping their mouth in shock. Scene change Yukumo village gathering hall. 3 days later after arrived and getting rested recovering from their injuries. Scene showing either facing Issei Vali, Dragon Albion, while their palico playing on the other side of hot spring resting before their hunt. But the females and some males of cast letting out awe was seeing the palico antics. Kuroka those palicos are precious Naya. Either. Well, seems like you four got some questions for me, ask away. Issei. Either san, it's about the 3 Zinagers that we encountered when we came here, they look different from normal ones do you know anything about it? But cast, Shiru and Peter lean forward interested with new information. Either could you guys try to describe for me that would helps. Ollie well. Shivering a little from memory one of them has green scales and gold fur, while one of its horns are longer the other one a bit similar in color with the first one, but aggressive and covered in red wounds and last one looks similar with normal Zinager but with purple hue over it body and exhale dark mist over it mouth. Either seems like you guys are really lucky to survive, considering that you guys have no gear to protect you all. Remembering how he found those 4 unconscious in front of the village the 3 you guys encounter are Deviants, Apex Frenzy, and Apex Rampage of Zinagers. Skeeth. Turned towards readers sending them his thoughts with, and Corbenik following honestly, I'm still confused why Capcom also decided to make that an Rise Apex monster. There was also called an Apex, knowing that there are also those monsters that from MH4U that infected with Frenzy virus was already called an Apex. That's why I decided to call the ones from MH4U Apex Frenzy, while from Rise Apex Rampage. Nodding ain't that the truth, really wish that in Sunbreak that if the Curios tried to infect Shigeru Megala, but it overpowered it and used both Curio and Frenzy virus, together combining it and managed to infect Deviants too, wouldn't that be sight to see smirks, especially Curio Frenzy infected afflicted Furious Rajang, making it the Super Saiyan 4 version of Rajang. Corbenik Oyoe, don't give the dev an idea if they somehow read this fanfic, still sighing honestly in my opinion they did Gore and Shigeru Megala dirty in Sunbreak, they introduced them too early in my opinion, considering that they are supposed to be boss monster in MH4U especially Shigeru Megala they should introduce Shigeru Megala, together with Chaotic Gore Megala in my opinion with Skeeth, and nodding in agreement, Skeeth. Speaking of I kinda miss the old monsters, especially the Buldrum Cephadrum and others, despite how annoying they are, imagine it if the dev decided to being sadist. They add afflicted Buldrum or afflicted Cephadrum or better yet let out Savage Grin, while getting excited Deviant or afflicted King Shakalakas, not to mention if Volstrax got risen form, that let it use all elements or status effects instead. But both and Corbenik gasp in horror and amazement. That honestly awesome but scary thought. Corbenik. Yeah, you're right, anyways, let's continue the viewing we already dragging enough with our talk chuckles sheepishly together with other two. Skeetho and sorry if not completely original blushing embarrassed. Either. Looking at Skeeth and Corbenik confused what's wrong you three. Skeeth. Letting out small cough nothing, just in thought. But other four tilt head confused hearing that terms. Tiamat. Unconsciously blush a little while muttering without realizing it after looking at other Drag action cute. Drag. Thinking while sweating profusely why for some reason that I'm glad that I'm already dead and stuck inside boosted gear. Albion. That's a new term. Greg. Could you tell us more about it? Either. Nodding after taking deep breath very well then, let me start first with Deviants they are special monster that have survived and changed to overcome harsh conditions they have faced, either from environment they living in or survived fighting with hunters, and look similar to normal version but has different fighting style, and special appearance in some ways. Deviants are also known to sometimes be larger than normal versions, and also more dangerous and different only hunters with special permits are allowed to hunt them. To get the permits you need to reach master rank first. Issei no wonder why he said it would be dangerous let out breath of relief, good thing we managed to survive. Either then, Apex Frenzy, they are monsters surrounded with dark purple smoke after been infected with Frenzy virus and gained special abilities after overcome said virus ill effects and also capable to weaponize it and also more brutal, durable and relentless than their normal version. Ali. Frenzy. Virus. Bajuka I got bad feeling about this. Azazel same with me narrow his eyes. Either the Frenzy virus are infectious disease caused by tiny dander-like wing scales from a certain monster. I'll tell you guys about the monster when you guys reach master rank, with 4 of them nodding. From the record some monster, except the elder dragons can be infected. The Frenzy virus causes a notable discoloration of the skin, fur, feathers or hide, resulting in a dark purple hue all over the body. In addition the monster's eyes will become a bright red and it will begin to huff a dark purple smoke from its mouth as it exhales. As its name suggests, the Frenzy virus causes massively heightened aggression, speed and strength in monsters, making them dangerously short-tempered and ferocious. Frenzy virus also seems to affect a monster's vocal cords, rendering all vocalization shrill and harsh in sound. Once infected, monsters can further transmit the virus to other monsters through bites, scratches, and breath attacks. In rare cases, the virus would also make the monster gain cannibalism behavior with Issei Vali. Drag and Albion widen eyes in shock hearing that. By the way, if infected monsters didn't manage to overcome said virus they die within a matter of days if they are not killed by hunters first. Vali holy crap. That absolutely bullshit and dangerous as hell. Either Apex Frenzy monster skin is far more rigid and harder to damage, so even the weapons with the highest sharpness will bounce, and together with elemental and status effects will be nullified, and they also gain an immunity to traps. However, by using special wistons, we will be able to inflict status or elemental damage to Apex Frenzy monsters without our weapon bouncing, and the Frenzy virus can be temporarily suppressed with the use of these wistons. Break damn those virus are dangerous, please don't tell me it can also infect human too. Chuckle humorously with others to lift the mood, but stop after seeing either with serious face making them pale. With cast, Shiru and Peter gone pale in shock and got more paler after turning to see either Skeeth and Corbenik with blank face. Issei you gotta be kidding me right? Right. Michael. Eyes widen in fear. Dear father. Azazel screw it the monster that producing these viruses are more dangerous than Trihexa. Great red. Gulping down saliva considering that most of us here was technically monster, we're screwed if we got infected if the monster that producing these viruses suddenly appeared in our world. But Xcast get more paler in worry after thinking about what Great Red just said. Hercules. We're absolutely bucking screwed if that happens. Albion, oh god. Don't tell me it's true. Either well, no need to worry you for making them let out breath of relief for humans with virions and Linians. The frenzy virus's effects are significantly different. Once infected, a person will experience a nullification of their natural healing abilities, making it impossible to recover health without the aid of healing items once the infection has begun. Its effects generally last for several minutes before vanishing. They additionally receive more damage from Apex Frenzy monsters. Attacks. The frenzy virus can only be cured faster by fraud it off through consumption of a nullberry or by remain inside specially made portable steam bomb for a while. If manages to treat the frenzy virus, we will gain affinity bonus towards our weapons and become immune to being infected for several minutes. Volley. So our natural healing ability would be negated. Razor think even Phoenix clan regeneration abilities won't be spared. Shudder. Issei. Whew, good thing that it wasn't completely fatal toward us. Greg. You're right, Issei, this frenzy virus was completely outrageous. No wonder monster that got infected are placed in master rank missions. Albion. So how about the Apex Rampage? Ollie. Nearly forgot. Here you must be thirsty from all that talking. Either send give either a drink. Either. Thanks Volley, I appreciate it. Take the drink. Gulping it down. That's better. Where was I again? Issei. You're about the last one, Apex Rampage monster. Either. That's right, Apex Rampage monster. They are recently discovered powerful monsters that have survived brutal attacks from the source of the rampage. Apex Rampage monsters have different color palettes than their normal versions, which mostly involve making them overall darker, with their eyes glowing red and their roars being gutty and hoarse. Their bodies are covered in numerous glowing red scars with many more appearing when enraged. They also appear larger than normal versions. Speaking of rampage, it was phenomenon that happened around Kimura village. Albion. Kimura village. Wait a minute. Wasn't that village that was near here? Greg, no wonder Apex Rampage version of Zinniger appear here. It must stray far from where it usually stay. But what a rampage phenomenon you're talking about? Either Sen. Either. Indeed thought. I'm not sure. The rampage cause is still unknown and the guild are still searching the reasons, but my hunch telling me that it was caused by elder dragons. Peter. Elder dragon again. The people in that world can't really take a break, huh? Shiru. Truly dangerous world to live together with. Peter and Xcast looking at either in respect for having survived so long in that world. Bali. Oh man, I really pity people of Kimura. They have my respect for surviving this far. With Issei, Drake and Albion sharing the same opinion. Either. Anyway, the rampage, as its name suggests it, involve an incoming horde of monster invading Kimura, and Apex Rampage monsters are so strong and crowned as leaders of rampage hordes and able to keep them all riled up. Because of this they like deviants and Apex Frenzy monster are elder dragon level threats in their own right. And also like deviants we also need special permits to hunt Apex Frenzy and Apex Rampage monster. Alright, that's it for now. Getting up and noticed his whole body are red from all the soaking in hot springs. Damn. I looks like hard-boiled egg. But the other four also chuckling amused seeing that they also in same state and together with their palico follow either leaving the hot spring area heading towards the mission counter choosing their mission. Either. Leaning on counterboard smiling with arm crossed seeing that other four in their palicos getting ready for the mission they have taken. Well, seems like you four decided to take my advice to do expedition mission solo together with your palicos. It's about the time already. Issei. Chuckle he when thinking about it. You're right, we guess it's time for us to hone our senses better by doing missions on our own for a while, not to mention it's time to spend time with our palicos, ain't it right? Issei. Bump fist with his palico. Issei, you're right, Meister doing salute pose. Bali, it is. I also can't wait to see how far you have gotten stronger. Vaffer I Meister, lem show you what I got. Smiling confident. Greg. Letting out boisterous laugh together with his palico. Hahaha, this is making me excited, aren't you too, Reg? Reg me oh haha me, too also excited. Albion. Shaking head amused together with his palico. What a drag, guess it can't be helped. I also feeling excited. Albert, well Meister, it's been a while since we team up. Issei, oh man, I can't wait to see what kind of monster they will fight against. Grinning excited. Ophis, me too. Can't wait. Lilith, same with me. Skeeth. Turn to reader in case you guys are wondering. Issei is brown colored feline, Vaffer is silver colored melinx, Reg is red colored feline, while Albert is white colored melinx, and their eyes share same color with their partner. Either. Let out smirk and leave the guild hall waving from his back. Well, good luck then, I wish you guys luck. Issei, take care, be careful out there, give polite bow. Panaha. Waving while grinning, you can do it guys. Spring Keeper. Opening his fan making a pose, me wish you all lucky hunting meal. Brink seller, be back safely. Meow, me will prepare delicious drink for you guys, give thumbs up. Gene, my heart can't handle the cuteness anymore, fall unconscious from the cuteness followed with some cast. All four with their palicos. We'll be going then with 4 of them leave for their expedition missions. But suddenly the screen turned black and splitting into 4 sections showing 4 of them in their respective weapons, together with their palicos fighting against the monster they're currently hunting. But Issei and Issei, holy crap, that was awesome, jump from his seat, throwing his hands to the air excited. Vali, hey, even I'm excited, bump first together. Dreg. Ignoring the danger aside, that world is truly wonderful. I'm really jealous with my other self. Albion, hate to agree with you, Dreg. I also love to feel the rush of hunting my other self. God. Michael, the first wish they luck with their hunt, smiling. Azazel, look at them go, this is exciting. Sirzech, man, I can't wait for next viewing. Those music are banger, bobbing remembering the songs. Serafel, me too. Sirzech, tan jumping up and down excited. Son Mao, one Isama. Rubbing forehead from headache. Or ha my warrior, blood boiling in excitement seeing them in action. Shiruhu, even my hands also shaking after seeing them in action, looking at his shaking hand smiling. Peter. Grinning, man, I'm also can't wait to go to that world too. Either. Shaking head amused, had the 4 dragon emperor against the fated 4, what an unexpected sight. Noticed other looking at him interested what he meant with the fated 4, oh boy, another explaining to do. Skeeth. Getting from his seat heading to door outside, well, me and Corbenik going somewhere for a bit, you guys enjoy yourself for now with either Shiru, Peter and Xcast, giving a nod of assurance. Ep 23, end of training, meeting the candidates. Scene change in front of Skeeth house. Scene showing either Shiru, Peter who just came and taking their own seat at the house veranda. Either. So how was it getting used wielding those weapons? Peter. I still trying getting the hang of it, sighing, been used with using my fist and webs all the time, so it kinda weird when suddenly learning to use weapons, especially the charge blade and switch axe. Shiru. For me it's good, but it kinda weird learning from scratch by trying to not get into my old habits of using weapons. Scratch back of his head, remembering time learning using those weapons. But other sweat drops hearing that, remembering their spar with Shiru. Either. Anyways, noticed that Skeeth and Corbenik covered in blood just came from the portal on the sky landing in hero pose. Skeeth. Getting up, cracking his neck, you that hit the spot. Noticed other 3, oh you 3, you guys just came. Peter. Nodding, yeah. Pardon me for asking. But what happened? Point to the 3 who was covered in blood. I twitching a bit, well. We've been going out to letting out some steam after an experiment gone wrong, sighing. Coincidentally we meet some people with holier than thou attitude, no need to explain anymore, you 3 could easily guess what happened next, together with Skeeth and Corbenik snapping their finger cleaning all the blood. Shiru. Shaking head, feeling pity for the fools that attempt to do that. Sheesh, are they retarded or what? Corbenik. Anyways, noticed mailbox outside of Skeeth house was on the verge of exploding, dude. How long since you check out your mailbox the thing was gonna explode from how much the mail was inside. Skeeth. Shrugs and go to the mailbox, I don't know, probably around 6 months I think. Open the mailbox, only get thrown back after being bombarded with letters coming out from the mailbox, burying him in a pile. Peter. Mr. Skeeth get worried after what just happened, but everyone else was gonna head to the pile of letters to help Skeeth getting out from it, only to stop after seeing a hand and thumb up pose burst forth from the pile, followed with Skeeth voice. Skeeth. I'm okay, you guys go inside first, I'll join you guys after sorting out these letters. Either. Well, if you say so. Still, you sure you don't need help? Looking at the amount of letters. Skeeth. Still inside the pile, sure thing, go on. It won't take that long, he has his way, come on you 3. Shiru. Very well, let's go. But others head inside the house, leaving Skeeth who was still inside the pile. Skeeth. Get out from the pile, well, that was embarrassing. Anyways, let's check these letters first. Sheesh, majority of these letters are asking for new reaction story, rejected. Skeeth. Burn all asking for new reaction story letters with a snap, oh boy don't, these people have nothing to do at all. After destroying most letters with unreasonable request, especially the one that asked for unreasonable amount of harem, leaving only the letters with common sense and start reading it. Skeeth, interesting, very interesting, finally got letters with common sense, sighing, well, let's do some preparation first, considering that they already diverging from canon. But Skeeth getting inside his house. Scene change, viewing living room, but Skeeth finally came and noticed others was still celebrating Christmas, enjoying themselves. Skeeth. Yo everyone, Merry Christmas. Issei. Oh Skeeth-san, Merry Christmas, reply back to Skeeth with other Xcast following suit. Skeeth. Chuckle, seems like you guys are enjoying yourself. Anyway, I got small surprise gift for this Christmas even, though it's kinda late, chuckling sheepishly. Tuckle finally decided to do that, huh? Corbenik. About time, shake head amused. Sirzech. What is it? Skeeth-san together with Xcast lean forward curious. Skeeth. Coughing, you'll see, anyways, would Issei, Vali, Saji and Azazel come forward? Azazel. Huh, this is quite sudden, looking back and forth with other 3, while others was confused with Skeeth intention. Vali. Shrugs, I don't know, let's see what Skeeth-san planned for us. Issei. Yeah even, I'm curious. Saji. Same with me. Skeeth. Alright, first Azazel snap his finger while Azazel prosthetic hand ejected out from his stump that currently regenerating back his arm. Azazel. Holy crap, I got my arm back, jumping around excited. Issei. Clapping with other congratulating Azazel, congratulations for you sensei. Skeeth. Smiling, well, next for you three, would you three brought out your sacred gear, with three of them following the request. But Skeeth snapping his fingers making their sacred gear shining brightly, and after a moment, three figures ejected out from the sacred gear with cast jaw drops after realizing who the three figures are. Issei. Ddraig. Ali. Albion. Saji. Vritra. The three that was mentioned slowly getting up while still coughing from the smoke produced from the impact. Greg. Looking at himself bewildered, free. Albion. I. Never thought I'll see this day happen. Vritra. Even. I'm surprised. What Vritra looks like, and in any case anyone wondering, those three just wearing simple shirt and grey jeans, with shirt in their trademark color. Saji. So. That's how you look in human form, Vritra. Vritra. Giving a smirk, yeah, seems like it. How was it making a pose? Saji. Give thumbs up, you look badass. Ali. Who, this is completely unexpected. Albion. Agreed, still thank you for this. Skeeth Dono giving bow of gratitude to Skeeth followed with Drag and Vritra. Issei. Oh man, this is awesome, I'm glad for you. Drag giving Drag a hug. Drag. Accepting the hug, haha, you're right. Issei, you know what, let's go for another party. Tuckle for the two, poor fool, even though I don't want to ruin this. Did you two forgot something important? Issei. Huh. Drag. What do you mean by that? But both of them noticed that Xcast retreat back in fear, making a way to Tiamat, who was smiling while slowly walking towards them, leaking killing intent. Tiamat. Ho 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 ho. I'm glad for you, Drag. Don't you both think that you both are forgetting something? Cracking her knuckles and opening her eyes a bit, letting out murderous glint. Issei and Drag. Hugging each other in fear. Tiamat. Retribution time, charging towards them giving major beatdown, but the others watching the show while eating popcorn and some wearing 3D glasses. Great red. Ha 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 ha, this is great, munching some popcorn. Drag. Come on Tiamat, I just get out, let me try remember it first, where I put it then I'll give you back later. Tiamat. Wrong choice of words. Sounds of bones cracking. Drag. My back erg. Albion. Flinch a bit, ooh, that looks hurt. Never thought that a back can be turned sideways like that. Good thing I didn't borrow her treasure back then. Slurp, want some? Vali tilt his popcorn bucket to Vali. Ali. Sure, take some popcorn to eat. Issei. Not my leg, not my leggg. Azazel. Sorry Issei, as much I want to help, safety come first. Flinching seeing him receiving a blow. Either. Damn, that was quite painful. After a while from the beatdown with both of them in full body cast with Ophis and Lilith doodling on their cast in meantime. Skeeth. Well, seeing that everyone are ready, let's start. Point the remote to screen. Screen open. Scene change inside the diorama Great Arena. Scene showing Kakabiel sparring with both Seryerg and Razor. Issei. Why, for some reason that the way they're fighting looks familiar. Greg. I think that's probably your imagination, Issei. While in background Skeeth coughing nervously while both and Corbenik shaking their head amused. Kakabiel. Not bad, but still not enough. Deliver devastating punch to both of them right in the gut, launching them back, but both Razor and Seryerg coughing up some blood while struggling to get up. Ravel sama. Dubaluna. Razor sama. Kusha. Seryerg sama. Seryerg. Coughing a little while wiping the blood on his mouth. Man, that was a really strong punch as expected from someone who fought on the front line during the Great War. Razor. Slowly getting up while grinning from excitement. Heh, you're right Seryerg, nothing beats experience and he has lots in spades. We would be lucky if we ever managed to make him get serious against us. Kakabiel. Chuckle while crossing his arms. Haha, you both don't need to sell yourself short, despite how young you both are. You both managed to reach this level of power alone in base state and make me try a little, still I'm curious. Seryerg. What is it? Kakabiel. I has gut feeling that if you both going all out and use whatever trump cards you both have, you both are individually as powerful as peak Satan class level bordering super devil class level. Serafal. Wide-eyed together with some Xcastia. Saji. Is he serious? Issei. Mouth gaping shocked, what's wrong with that world power level? Razor. Even Razor shocked with the news start grinning. Heh. Seems like Razor got lots to catch up against other Razor. Seryerg. Haha, this is getting interesting. I wonder what surprise we will see later. Ravel. Even I admit I'm surprised. Congratulations brother. Ravel. Yeah, congratulations Ani-sama. Kusha. You have my support Seryerg-sama. But most cast congratulating both of them from the news. Shiru. Thinking while shaking head amused, how ironic for a supernatural beings, especially the devils. They are more human than human in my world. Frowning remembering all kinds of people he met during his time as counter guardian. Seryerg. Chuckle sheepishly. You caught us. Razor. Haha, you could say that we both are following Issei and Vali advice. Kakabiel. Oh, do tell. Seryerg. Well. Both of them said that during their training with their teacher said that someone base strength is important and play many factors in battle. Razor. And they also said that we shouldn't be used with our supernatural body's advantage and abilities, saying that who knows if we suddenly stuck unable to use those advantages, if suddenly lost access to it, with both of them remembering their experience when following both Issei and Vali in that world, and flinch from phantom pain. Sirzech. And a quote from their teacher, it's better you try to understand your own powerlessness before it's too late. Vocabulary. Nodding, hearing the reason, good thinking. Anyway, that's all for our training today, let's continue tomorrow, besides I need to get used using those weapons fast. Chuckle, honestly, I can't wait to go to that world. After hearing the stories about it, start heading to other training ground parts of diorama, followed with Sirzech and Razor. Sirzech. Speaking of, it's been about 14 days since they go there. Razor. You're right, they probably are trying to break through to master rank man. We got lots of catching up with them. Sirzech. Haha, you're right. Scene change in front of Yukumo village. Azazel. Smiling, so we are back towards them. Sirzech. You're right, Azazel, I can't wait to see what happened next. Scene showing back of Issei, Vali, Drag and Albion together with their palicos was walking back, heading towards the village with broken down armor, well, curiously the mouth part of their helmets still intact, and despite their current haggard state, their eyes shone otherwise. Issei. Stretching with others following suit. Man. It's been a while since we going on with our own expedition training. Vali. Yeah, you're right, Issei, before we reunited last month many things happened. Reg. Indeed, I'm also curious about what monster you guys fought. Me and Reg got tons to tell, giving us smirks. Albion. Smirks, well, that can be discussed later, pretty sure you guys thought the same thing with me, since we finally came back. Grinning with others start following suit, after realizing what Albion mean. All four with their palicos. It's hot spring time, but four of them together with their palicos rushing through the village, heading towards the guild hall while waving towards the surprised and smiling villagers after realizing who was it that finally came back. Peter. Smiling a little, well, that village feels homely though. Ow cow. Still, I'm curious what monster they have fought and where did they go. Scene change inside the guild hall hot spring area. Scene showing all four of them taking a soak in the hot springs, talking about their experiences with the screen zooming on their faces, showing them sporting a grown beard and mustache during their time in the wild. Thud. But Xcast and others turn back in sweat drops after seeing Issei, harem and those that was interested with him already fall down unconscious from nosebleed after seeing other Issei with a beard with same thought in their minds. The unconscious. Must hide the. Razor proceeds to go to Lala Lands, but Issei, still in the cast, suddenly got an urge to hide his stash of Razor, no matter what the cost. Issei. Unconsciously muttering, must save my Razor. While Rias together with Issei ex harem desperately trying to hide their nosebleed, unable to believe themselves, thinking that Issei looks good with a beard. Ali. Rubbing his chin, pondering should I start growing a beard or not. Suddenly felt chills in his spine for unknown reasons without knowing that Lavinia looking at him while licking her lips. Greg. Man, I looks good, whistling impressed, and stopped to look around, sweating nervously after feeling that someone was looking at him intently without realizing that the culprit was Tiamat. Thinking while unconsciously licking her lips. Mine. But Albion unconsciously letting out a tear, feeling that he was left out of something important. Albion. What is this feeling of being left behind? Wiping his eyes and noticed the tear. A tear. Why. I'm crying. Why. While the other Xcast that has a beard let out a cheer and high-fiving each other after seeing the magnificent beard of the other four. Zeoticus. Woohoo, beards rule. Lord Phoenix. We got new club members. Lord Citri. Quick, prepare the membership cards. Point to Azazel. Azazel. On it, no need to say more, furiously typing on his laptop. And this calls for celebration. Throw gunner to the air, making it stuck in the ceiling above. Rossweisse. Odin Salmon. Or. My little bro beard is awesome. Brachial. Fall to his knees, feeling overwhelmed, and start praying, such a glorious day, dear father. We finally got new comrades. Albion. Awake for on once while caressing his beard, smiling, I approve. Sun Wukong, who said beard isn't awesome, beard is da. Skeeth. Perk up a little after heard Sun Wukong said a certain word. Did Deadpool use the emergency button in that book? Shrugs after a while. Nah, he probably already used a chuckle, feeling pity for heroes and villain that would be the victims. But then Corbenik also chuckle after realizing what Skeeth was talking about. Meanwhile in Marvelverse Earth 616, scene change in middle of New York. Scene showing that Deadpool was completely surrounded by heroes and villains after long chase across the city. Iron Man. Point his hand towards Deadpool, charging particle beam. Surrender now, Deadpool, return us back to normal and we will just give you light punishment. Doctor Strange. We already take all your weapon and items except the book you're holding, surrender now. Thanos. But before that, Thanos will put you in imaginable pain first. Cracking his knuckles. Deadpool. In cheeky voice, ow, is Lil Thanos angry? I managed to woo your crush first, oh nearly forgot. Here is our proof of love. Brought out picture showing himself and Lady Death having hex, making Thanos go on red in rage. Thanos. I'll kill you, rushing towards Deadpool followed with other villains. Deadpool. Widen eyes in panic, oh shit, what to do. Gasp after remembering about warning button on the last page of the book, it's all or nothing, open the book and push the button. But every heroes and villains stopped after feeling horror gripping their heart and turned to the sky, seeing a portal open and a figure came out from it. Deadpool. Gasp in shock after seeing who was it that just came. See, could it be the figure? Slowly getting up while letting out sounds cluck. Deadpool. Fall to his knees in awe. It's the Ugandan Knuckles. Cyclops. Ignoring his instinct telling him to run. What is this stupid looking creature? Use his laser beams attacking Ugandan Knuckles, making lots of smokes from the impact. Hahaha, just a stupid thing, no need to care of it. Deadpool knew why, you monster, how dare you attack the Ugandan Knuckles. Cyclops, so what? He's not anyone important, gave a smirk with others following, while some letting out laugh, but the smoothest voice echoing beyond the smokes. Ugandan Knuckles. This disrespect you is the one that abandoned Dawa. Let me show you path to Dawa by first letting you taste the Ebola. Kirk 2 let out a spit heading toward Cyclops, hitting him, making him fall unconscious. But everyone else gasped in shock seeing how Cyclops got defeated and he got up after a while. Magneto, what just happened? Cyclops. With head down muttering I have been enlightened. So. This is Dawa. And Ebola. Start letting out clicking sounds while undergoing metamorphosis. Hope. See Cyclops. With everyone else except Deadpool taking a step back in fear. Cyclops. I'm not Cyclops anymore. I am Cyclops that walked the path of Dawa, and Ebola call me Ugandan. Cyclops finished the metamorphosis and let out clicking sounds. With everyone still distracted, Ugandan Knuckles let out spits hitting Iron Man, Wolverine, Thanos, Drive, Strange, Nick Fury, Thor, Hercules, Venom, Carnage, Galactus and Apocalypse, making them fall unconscious and waking up letting out the same sounds, will also start undergoing metamorphosis. Ugandan Knuckles, it bring joy to my heart, seeing my new Bretta feel Dawa now by Bretta. Let us show them Dawa Abali. Let out clicking sounds and start spitting all over the place. Chaos broke out with every other heroes and villains screaming in horror trying to escape. Deadpool. Goes to Ugandan Knuckles holding out signature book and pen talking in excitement. I'm a fan, can I have your signature? Back to Skeith house. Skeith, well, I'll do the damage control at later date, chuckling silently. Issei. Man, can't believe that you guys experienced that. Vali. Ha, like your story is less impressive. Issei. Speaking of, can't believe that such a sword exists. I still got chills remembering it. Greg. Indeed, when we regrouped last month and decided to go to Pocky Village to see the place where the sensei of you both visited and got the Black Series armor. But cast Shiru and Peter shivering remembering about the Black Series at Asia. Pocky Village. Skeith. It was when their teacher after becoming seasoned hunter he decided to travel and Pocky Village was one of the place he visited. Show some video about Pocky Village. Thor. Smiling, that place looks like a nice place to live. Azazel. Chuckle while sweat drops except the occasionally monster attack though. Albion. Sheesh, I wonder how massive the Wyverian that used to use that sword is. Issei. Shrugs, who knows what, we can agree, despite the creepy feeling we got when seeing that sword's still in good condition except for the small crack it have. But Issei and other remembering the time they seen that sword and the scene showing their memory of it. But cast Shiru and Peter rendered speechless after seeing the sword and can agree that the aura of the sword creeping them out and feeling respect seeing the feline that guarding such place. Skeith. Thinking feel my awe when first time seeing that sword. Greg. Alright, that's enough reminiscing anyways, since we going out on our way I noticed that we are used to teaming up during hunt, can't believe that monster that easier to hunt when teaming up become hard to hunt if gone solo. Albion. Yeah, Drake, right, we got many close call for our own good thing that we take either san advice with other nodding in agreement. Issei. Speaking of, since we came back, we haven't seen him turn to Spring Keeper san, do you know where either san is? Spring Keeper. Oh, the guild asked him to do a secret mission to search for something beyond the ruins of ancient civilization. You guys just late by a day, he just leave yesterday. Either. Frowning while in deep thought thinking good thing that it was already dead, I can't believe that such thing exists. But Shiru noticed either expression thinking it wasn't something good. Shiru. Thinking what is it about this ancient civilization that make him has such face? Issei. Something wrong either san. Either. Nothing, let's continue watching. Stomach rumbling, ugh, I shouldn't eat the chipota last night, I'm going to toilet first, leaving in hurry with others. Sweat drops seeing that. Issei. I see, well then, let's get out first, we soaked long enough, let's take some rest first today and continue hunting tomorrow. But four of them followed with their palicos getting up from the hot springs heading to changing area and go out heading towards their living quarters and stopped after seeing four new faces just came inside the guild hall wearing Barriath armor set without wearing the hat while sporting some injuries. Imagine that all four of them in Barriath armor set. Azazel. Whistle, damn, they are cute. Odin. Check out their gazungas holding back nosebleed with other perverts doing the same. Shiru. Spit out the drink he's drinking after seeing the third one and thinking in alarm, the heck. How is the princess are there? Corbenik. Sending thoughts to Shiru, calming him down. No need to worry, just look alike, she's not the same one that you know. Alyssa. I'm beat. Last hunt is a flop. Sighing while holding her injuries. Seal. Alyssa-chan, let me help you. Claire. I'll also help. But both of them help carrying Alyssa. Alyssa. Thanks, you two, gave grateful smile. Maria. Mao. Alyssa, please don't go on your way next time, please hold yourself back. Sighing. Alyssa. Rubbing back of her head, embarrassed. I'll try still. Do you girls think that either Kun will be here? Blushing with the other also start blushing. Peter. Let out a grin. Who, seems like Mr. Either got couple of admirer there. Sirzech. Chuckle, seeing that he's a senior hunter there, I wouldn't be surprised. Vali. How you four know either san? But the four girls turn to the other group. Maria. You guys know either Kun? Greg. Well, you could say that he's our trainer during our newbie days. Claire. I see, my name Claire. Alyssa. My name Alyssa. Seal. Maria. And I'm Maria. But our main characters also introduced themselves. Albion. So. Seems like you four know either san. What's the story? Remembering that either was the lone wolf type. Maria. Playing with her hair while blushing a bit. Back, then he saved us from hunt gone wrong when we started out together with the other girls. Shivering, remembering the incident, we've been grateful to him since then. Claire. Oh, that's right. Do you four know his preferences, likes and dislikes? Brought out notebook with other following suit. Seal. What he likes to do and also favorite food. Alyssa. We would be grateful if you tell us. Maria. Please, giving a bow. Issei. Thinking, holy shit. I knew that either san was kinda similar with sensei in some way. Ollie. Thinking, but to think that they share similarities of getting an admirer was mind-blowing. Greg. Whispering with Albion. Hey Albion, do you think that either san ever have a girlfriend at all? Albion. No, from what I remember he mostly always keeping things to himself. Greg. Start grinning, wanna play Cupid. Seems like these four really like him, let's do him a favor after all he has done for us. Albion. Also letting out a grin. You know what, you're right, I think it's about time for him to relax a bit and stop being stressed all the time. But both of them relay their plan to both Issei and Vali, making them both chuckle in amusement and agreeing with the plan. Britra. As Chad as ever, those two for the supposed virgins willing to help fellow bros getting girls is true Chad move. Greg. What, of course we would do the same thing considering that he helped other us many times. Albion. Indeed, and true bros always help fellow bros. But Xcast looking at Drake and Albion in new light, feeling respect towards them. Issei. Chuckle. Well, we decided to help you girls, telling you all what we know about either san, making the girls brighten up in happiness, but please don't tell him that we are the one that tell you girls about this. With the girls nodding and preparing their notes. Vali. Oh, before I forgot, please do it in discreet way and not being too obvious, it will help giving you girls better chance to woo him. Greg. But I'm kinda worried though. Alyssa. Why Drake san? Greg. Seeing that you four are trying to win his heart, what would happen if he can't choose any one of you girls to avoid breaking heart of the others? Remembering Ichika's situation. Albion. He's right, seeing that you girls are good friends with each other, there was a saying that love also destroy friendship, but the girls giving a grin to each other before replying. Alyssa. Well, about that, there's no need to worry. Seal. Smiling, we've been discussing about this. Claire. And came to decide that we will be sharing him together between each of us. Nodding. Maria. Beside that, to us, liking someone till the point of destroying friendships is not love but sick obsession. With Rias and the former harem feels like an imaginary stake piercing their hearts. Hearing that with other cast except Issei flinch hearing the unintentional burn. Alyssa. Nodding. Yeah, and a woman wanting to get into relationship just to have strong offsprings was nothing but a hoe and sluts, pretty sure they would leave the man after they got pregnant and would leave the children if the children wasn't up to their expectations. These type of womans brought bad name to us. Womans let out disgusted snorts. Double kill. Another imaginary stake piercing through the heart of Rias and the former harem, especially more towards Zenobia, making her open mouth speechless. With Xcast can't help but pity the ex-harem from another burn. Shem his eye. Damn, that was completely savage. Enemu? You gotta admit she have a point. Kuroka. Turned to Issei, grasping his hands, looking at him with love. Issei, I promise you I won't become like that. Sure, back then, that I wanted strong offsprings to revive the Nekashu race, but I don't care about it anymore since I meet you. I don't care if our offsprings are powerless or disabled persons. I love them all equally because they are proof of our love. Gives stunned Issei a kiss full of love, but the harem sisters give approving nod to Kuroka. Seal. Then, being overly jealous of everything, teasing and saying things without considering the feelings of their loved one is just a total disappointment. Worst thing, if they just assume their judgment without hearing the man's side of story, just because he's a man. Triple kill. Another imaginary stake piercing the former harem hearts, especially more towards Rias, Akeno and Arena, making them lower their head down, feeling disappointed with themselves, while remembering what Issei has done for them. Roigun. Hard to argue with that, she's absolutely right. Together with other that interested with Issei looking at him with determination. Great Red. Do ha 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 ha, this girl got spunk, I can respect that. Player. Then the one that thinking they are always right and always hit their supposed crush just because of their harmless flaw, knowing that the man was a gentleman that wouldn't treat them badly, is nothing but an abuser. It would be miracle if the man hold no resentment for that. QQ quadra kill. Several imaginary stakes raining down on the former harem, especially Kaneko, making lower her head down looking at her hands, remembering the times she always hit her senpai. Tobio. Flinched together with Kauki. Ouch, that was unexpected. Sick burn. Kauki. Yeah dude, I can't help but pity them, looking at the former harem in pity. Maria. And a relationship need understanding between each other to work, not only one that trying to understand the other. No need to play mind games, hoping that the other to understand what you want, just be direct. Worst if the man has done everything for you but just throw them aside because of your own selfishness without thinking of consequences, shaking head disappointed. PPP pentakill. But the former harem can't take it anymore and become silent, hugging their legs with the words keep repeating in their minds as mocking their past behavior against Issei. Benelana. Sorry daughter, as much as I hate to say this, you reap what you sow, sighing with her husband putting his hand on her shoulder. Suzaku. Akeno. Looking at her cousin with pity. But Issei Vali Drag and Albion mouth gaping a little, feeling shocked after hearing what the other girls just said. Seal. Noticed the sunset and let out a gasp. Girls, our laundry. Claire. Gasp, I'm sorry, seems like it's time for us to go, we need to do our laundry, let out a bow and leaves with the other girls. Alyssa. Together with the other while leaving, turn back waving back to our protagonists, thank you for helping us. With our protagonists done waving back and turn to each other. Issei. No need to say it anymore, they are perfect for either-san. Ali. Yep, honestly I'm glad that finally we found girls that liked either-san, considering how grumpy he is all the time, making other female hunter doesn't want to approach him. Greg. As much as he is trying to hide it, his eyes tell otherwise. He needs someone that would love him unconditionally as emotional support. Albion. Now we just need to hope that either-san wasn't lost cause, as sensei of you both gave blank face with other following suit. Ali. Let out a sigh, I hope so. Anyways, turn to Spring Keeper, Drink Seller Saseo and Kanaha, who has been listening all this time. You guys are interested with helping either-san love life. Grinning. Saseo. As childish as the sounds, count me in. Smirks. Spring Keeper. Making a pose together with Drink Seller Mio, let's do this Mio. Kanaha. Yasa, let do this, bump fist together, let the Operation Harem King either begin. Come on Saseo, let's tell the entire village and the guild about this plan. Drag Saseo by her hands leaving the guild hall. Saseo. Hey wait. With our protagonist's sweat drops after seeing what just happened. Issei. Seems like they are more enthusiastic about this more than us, let out nervous chuckle. Drag. Yawning with other following suit, man, I'm going to hit the hay. Albion. Drag, right, I'm gonna do the same. Ali. Agreed, let's take full rest today before continuing our hunt tomorrow, let's go Issei. Issei. Sure, let's go guys, it's been a long day. But four of them leaving, heading towards their living quarters. Scene change in some of the rooms of unknown ruins. Scene showing shocked either, who was looking at something hanging in the room. Either. With expression of pure shock and a bit of fear, muttering what the hell is this thing. Screen close, but cast Shiru and Peter fall silent after seeing past either, who was showing expression of fear. Either. Came inside the room rubbing his stomach. Finally flush all of them out. Him. Something wrong everyone? Noticed everyone except Skeeth and Corbenik looking at him. The curious one decided to stop their question about the last scene after seeing Skeeth and Corbenik shaking their head. Arthur. If I may ask Mr. Either, what is the ancient civilization? Either. Gives serious expression and shaking his head. I'm sorry, it is confidential information, only if you become a hunter and reach at least rank first you guys can ask about it. I'm really sorry about this. But Xcast decided to not ask anymore, knowing it would be futile. Odin. Start grinning with other guys and ask in teasing voice, anyways, got anything else to share with the four fair ladies you saved before? Either. Four fair ladies. Put his fist over his palm after realizing what is it and blushing a bit. For some reason back, then lately the guild always pairing me with them on nearly every mission, saying that you need to start hanging out with other people, don't be grumpy all the time hunting solo. Azazel. Wiggling his eyebrows. So. Any of them you fancy? Or you fancy all of them? Either. You erg. Sirzech. Making fake gasp, don't tell me that you have more girls you fancy. Shiru. Shaking head amused. TCH, never thought that you are such a playa, I'm disappointed. Gave a smirk. Peter. Chuckling amused, well good luck handling them, I'm rooting for you. Give thumbs up smiling. Either. With red face shouting, okay, I admitted I'm in relationship with four of them and some more, I'm not gonna tell who the others are. Turn back and leave the house and hurry, going back to his abode. Greg. Making fist pump excited and flinch from pain, remembering he's still in the body cast. Nice one other me, ouch, ow. Albion. Roll his eyes seeing Drake's stupidity. Idiot, still I'm glad that other me and Drake plan succeed. Michael. I pray that they will have an everlasting relationship, making some prayer followed with other seraph. Shiru. Seeing that there's anything to do today, I'm going back, I'll join you guys tomorrow. Leaves the house. Peter. Same with me, see you later. Everyone leave the house. Issei. Well, looks like it's already late, I'm feeling sleepy. Yawning. Yasaka. Oh, let me help you. Issei con together with harem sisters hurriedly help blushing Issei to his wheelchair, bringing him to his room. Ravel. Whispering and blow to Issei ear, making him redder. We will sleep together with you tonight. Ravel. Also whispering seductively on Issei other ear, making him have a nosebleed from excitement. Issei sama. We know you are pent up all this time. Let us take care of it tonight. Sona. Also join up, whispering on Issei ear still. Seeing that you are still injured. We can only give you a service only. Making him feel a little disappointed. Kuroka. Whispering on Issei ear and giving it a lick, making him shiver, but a service you will never forget. Greg. Looking at Issei, who was surrounded by his harem, and let out a chuckle. Well, good luck partner, you need it, they are hungry for you. Noticed Tiamat, who was looking at him, making shivering in fear. Tiamat. HMPH, seeing that you are incapacitated and it was my fault, let me help bringing you to your room. Why, you should be honored that I'm offering you my help. Got it? Greg. Nodding fast in fear. Why yes. Please do so. But Tiamat help brought Drake to a wheelchair, bringing him to his room. Albion. Looking at Drake, who was getting helped by Tiamat, and let out a mutter, I want a girlfriend so bad. But Vali, Great Red Tannin, Fafnir Yulong and Vritra patting Albion back as sign of support, making him let out a tear of happiness. Skeeth. Seeing that Xcast retreating to their well, seems like everyone gonna hit the hay, let's go then leave the house together with and Corbenik to somewhere else. Ep24 a fight against Thunder Pony from Hell and scene change, unknown path heading to Skeeth house. Scene showing Skeeth and Corbenik was driving a golf cart slowly on the path. Boy Skeeth. Skeeth. What? Corbenik. Didn't you back then give that book to Deadpool? Considering his temperament he possibly already use it. Skeeth. He possibly is. You guys know what, we still got time before heading back, let's check out the aftermath after he use it before I do damage control. Push several button making the golf cart go auto drive mode and another button making the cart windshield, showing what currently happening on Earth 616. Speaking of how about show what currently happening on Asgard's let out grin. Corbenik. Good idea, rubbing hands gleefully. Skeeth. Roll eyes, yeah on it. Scene change Marvel Earth 616 Royal Palace of Velasquez. Scene showing Loki, who was currently being chased around the entire palace by Ebola infected Asgardians. Ugandan Thor. Why are you running my dear brother, why are you running? Let out clicking sounds. Ugandan Frigga. Come join us to know the Dawa let out clicking sounds. Ugandan Hela. Come my little brother, let us join the Dawa like a family we are, only you are left. Let out clicking sounds. Loki. Screaming in denial while desperately trying to run away. Loki. Oh bucking hell no, I don't want to join your DAY nonsense. Throw back some spells to buy time, making some explosion, but noticed it has no effect. Ugandan Thor. You can't run from Dawa brother, you cannot run away from it forever my brother. Loki. Nanu noticed he's in the hallway heading to Odin throne chamber and realized that Odin wasn't among the infected ones and feel the sliver surge of hope shining in this dark times and increase his running pace after seeing the door to Odin chamber. Ugandan Tur. Join us, spit out some Ebola towards Loki, who barely managed to dodge and slip through the door, opening getting inside of Odin chamber, shutting the door shut while the infected trying to break through the door, making loud banging sounds. Bang 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 bang. But the infected stopped bashing through the door and start to leave and let parting words. Ugandan Thor. One day you shall know the Dawa, brother. But Loki, after feeling that they already leave and fall to his knees in relief and let out some sobs while covering his face, lamenting to those who have fallen to Dawa. Loki. How did this happen? It happened too fast, it's not even a day and nearly everyone has fallen to these so-called Dawa, mother brother sister, and everyone letting out some sobs for a while and stop after noticed the back figure of Odin, who was looking at his throne. Father. Odin. Well, still doesn't turn back, looking at Loki. My son, seems like you managed to escape, I'm glad. But Loki getting up in happiness while ignoring the creeping feeling of dread heading towards his father. Loki. Father, you're safe. Odin. Indeed my son, albeit barely, and seems like you're the only one left. Let out a sigh. Loki. Yes father, what should we do? Realize something weird father, why I'm the only one left. Wasn't that we're the both only left, and why this room is so dark? Looking around. Odin. Loki. Father. Odin. Nothing my son. It's just that I have a question for you. Loki. Start getting afraid. Why yes, just ask away father. Odin. Do you know? Loki. Know what father? Feeling something wrong gonna happen. Odin. Dawa. Start letting out clicking sounds while turn back facing Loki, making him show expression of pure horror. But the room light suddenly open, lighting up the entire chamber, showing Loki, who was completely surrounded by entire Asgardians, who was Dawa infected and continuously letting out clicking sounds. Loki. Looking around and start letting out insane laugh, feeling all is lost, accepting reality, seeing that there's no way out from the situation. He ha 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 dot ha dot ha ha dot ha. But everything turned dark. Scene change with Skeeth and Corbenik. The three of them, while currently watching what currently happening, noticed that they finally arrived to Skeeth house with and Corbenik getting off stretching. Damn, I can't help but pity Loki. Corbenik. Betrayal at its finest, and he lost it in the end. Shake head in pity. Notice that Skeeth hasn't getting off yet. Dude, where are you going? Skeeth. Oh, you guys go inside first together with them. Noticed figure of either Shiru Peter and together with Ritsuka approaching. I got someone to fetch first to join this viewing as requested from the letters leave after park the golf cart in the garage. Corbenik. Shrugs if you say so. After exchange greetings with each other and getting inside the house together with Xcast waiting for Skeeth arrival together with new guest. Some time later, scene change in front of Skeeth house. Scene showing Skeeth who was talking with someone else. Skeeth. So we finally arrived, are you ready to meet with them? Guilt-stricken voice. Let out Issei, yeah I am, still. Can't believe that you decided to free me from my prison, I'm pretty sure they still hate me, I deserve that, sighing. Skeeth. Nah, just throw your concern aside, at least you got your wish already, it's time to help them. Guilt-stricken voice. If you say so, very well, then even I'm interested about this viewing you said, especially about that world. Chuckle, remembering what Skeeth told him about what has happened during his time on prison and receiving the memory on the viewing of another reality during on the way here, with both of them getting inside heading towards the others that currently waiting on viewing room. Scene change viewing room. Scene showing Xcast, especially Issei, who was smiling happily like a king, remembering what happened last night, receiving service from his harem, well his harem skin literally glowing, remembering Issei vitality while talking quietly among themselves. Kuroka. Grinning like a pervert, to think that even with all of us we still haven't managed to exhaust him at all. Ravel. Fufufu, you're right Kuroka-sama, I can't wait for our wedding night too, wiping her nosebleed. Serafal. To think that he's still energetic after all that is expected from our harem king, grinning pervertly. Rossweisse. I never thought we would get showered so much, how he packs such volume every shot. Blushing embarrassed. Yasaka. I can't imagine what would happen if we received it directly, rubbing her stomach while shivering from excitement. Sona. Please don't put such idea in my head, blushing, covering her face while also shivering in anticipation. Asia. Oh lord, I'm such a bad girl, praying while still red-faced, remembering what she has done last night. But those that was interested with Issei biting their lips, trying not to feel jealous after managed to catch a bit of the harem conversation. While Rias together with former harem feel ache in their heart, seeing how happy Issei is with his harem while thinking of the same thing. Former harem. It should be me, not them. Greg. Chuckle, feeling glad for Issei, haha, honestly I'm glad get brought here to think that we managed to be free, what an unexpected development, wasn't it Albion? Albion. Giving a smirk, you're right Drag, seeing that we both are free, how about a spar at later date? Ollie. Who, this is interesting, I wonder how it gonna end, seeing that the two original red and white dragon emperor gonna fight. Issei. Honestly I'm also interested, rubbing back of head sheepishly. Greg. Ha, what an interesting proposal, I'll take that offer after we ask our host for sturdy place for our fight, we doesn't need any unnecessary damage, ain't it? Albion. Laughing excited, you're right Drag, we wasn't like our immature past self, let's do it later. But older generation of Xcast, especially the three faction, let out breath of relief, feeling glad that the two of them not gonna start a fight here. Skeeth. Well, I'll tell you both we're a place to fight later, but surprised Xcast turned towards to Skeeth, who was leaning on the wall. Issei. Skeeth, you're back. Skeeth. Yo, I'm back, Chuckle, speaking of hey, no need to hide yourself, come out. Guilt-stricken voice. Well then here goes nothing. Azazel. That voice, it can't be. But the owner of the voice show himself, making most of Xcast, especially the Grigori, shout in surprise. Grigori's. Kakabiel. Bakabiel. Chuckle nervously, well here I am, waving his hand. Azazel. Together with Shemhazai and Barakiel came to Kakabiel, grabbing his clothes, shaking him, you bastard, why you don't tell us that Lucifer was the one that pranked us back then? Do you know how many times my ass virginity would get pierced, huh? Barakiel. He's right, do you know how long me and Shemhazai tried to clear our name? Shemhazai. Let out tears of rage, both of you spend our time get ignored by others back then from the rumors, how you gonna explain that? Enemu. Cracking her knuckles, he's right, will you explain yourself? Kakabiel, do you know how long it takes to clear those dyes? With Kakabiel looking back and forth to his Grigori comrades and came to decision. Kakabiel. Thinking I'm dead after saying this, but it gonna be worth it, seeing their face after that, let out a sigh and speak with the most serious face he could. I missed the part where that's my problems. But the shocked Grigori members start let out scream of rage and start delivering major beatdown towards Kakabiel. Kakabiel. Worth it. Peter. Perk up after hearing that phrases and start thinking and wonder why for some reason that phrases are resonating with my own very being. Skeeth and Corbenik chuckle knowing what Peter are thinking. Sometime later after the beatdown with Kakabiel fully healed courtesy of Corbenik. Kakabiel. Well, by seeing that you guys already seeing this viewing seems like I don't need to explain anymore why take that action. Azazel. Sighing, I can't believe it that you don't believe us enough to tell us. Arakiel. Please, next time tell us. Kakabiel. I will next time, seeing you all already put your different asides to make this alliance. Noticed Udo followed with Tosca heading his way. What's wrong you two? Udo. Give thankful bow together with Tosca. Thank you for helping me with my revenge back then. Tosca. Also thank you for trying to save us and our fallen comrades back then. Kakabiel. Chuckle, it's alright, I do what I could, still I'm glad that you both are healthy. Please live your life to your fullest, making both of them giving grateful nod. Asko. Laughing boisterously, haha, no wonder I feel that you wasn't giving your all back then before. How about we spar later? Kakabiel dono. Kakabiel. Haha, sorry for disappointing you back then, but sure, let's spar later to see who would win this time, seeing that you already back to your prime. Vasco dono. But both of them give challenging smirk between each other. Skeeth. Give a clap getting others' attention. Well then, we already waste enough time already, let's get ready for next viewing point. Remote to screen. Screen open. Scene change. Snowy Mountains Area 5. Scene showing Issei Vali Dragon Albion was currently tracking something while sporting new armor, while still wearing their old Devilja weapons. Issei. Damn, other me gone full armor, how he's still capable moving swiftly like that. Looking at his other self in amazement. Ali. Ignoring the color scheme as expected from other me, he got style giving a smirk. Greg. Whistle, hahaha, what a badass armor other me, good job there. Albion. Sure, green is not my color, but I'm not gonna complain, that armor design was totally my taste. Nodding. But Xcast can't help but admit that those armor was powerful and glad that Cow's brigade didn't manage to get their hands on it. While either Peter, Shiru and Ritsuka talking with each other. Shiru. Shesh, what's wrong with the blacksmith in that other world? Those armor was easily as powerful as high A rank noble phantasm. Sweating a bit. Ritsuka. Nodding nervously, you're right Shiru-san, it's like everyone living there was like an heroic spirit. Shiru. You still want to go there with us? Ritsuka. Yes I will, it's time to stop moping around depressed. Give determined face. Either. Well. Congratulations kid, you got guts, you really need it if want live there. Let out a smirk while Ritsuka smiling embarrassed from the praise. Peter. Well, either was right though, from what he tell us you totally need guts to live there. Issei. Crouching a bit after noticing faint burnt marks around hoof mark on the snows. Guys. We are right on our tracks, seems like that devil was around here. Ollie. Finally, after all this time we finally managed to track the damn devil. Greg. Nodding, he's right, can't believe that devil caught all of us at the same time. Albion. Erg. Don't remind me of that, never thought I would receive such humiliation back then, right after we done hunting King Shakalakas together with other three. Shivering from memory. Ollie. Can't believe that such a small creature capable to nearly one-shot us. Greg. Can't we please not talking about that topic? My back still hurts from the beating back then. Rubbing his back feeling phantom pains, with everyone else also shivering remembering the beating they got from King Shakalakas together with its subjects. Issei. And after managed to defeat those things. Imagine the surprise finding out that devil was currently on rampaging spree right out of Shakalaka's nest. Sure, we're exhausted from fighting the Shakalakas, but to think that we are defeated so easily. Mini flashback showing all four of them are unconscious while charred and covered in soot, while frightened carting feline service hurriedly carried all four of them getting out of the area, especially away from the shadowy horse figure. Either. Let out a chuckle. Oh, seems like they encounter it, that thing was a bitch to fight, they wasn't wrong, calling it the devil. Sirzech. Sweating nervously. Either san, what is that thing that managed to cart all four of them? Azazel. Must be powerful creature to be able to defeat all four of them at the same time. Michael. And what are Shakalakas? Issei. Seeing that other us are struggling with it, what kind of monster was that? Ollie. I never thought that other me would call a thing devil considering our heritage. Greg. And judging from other us tone of voice, they truly hate the so-called devil. Albion. Do you mind showing us about the Shakalakas only, considering that other us would fight the devil they talk and it would be shown next? Skeeth. Chuckle, well sure, no problem, but Skeeth showed the Shakalaka's picture on the screen, but Xcast and those who don't know about it are dumbfounded, unable to believe that other four are struggling to defeat such small thing. Shiru. Are you serious? They struggle to defeat those things? With Ritsuka nodding in agreement. Ava smirk, how about I tell you that normal Shakalakas hit as hard as A rank strength servant, while the king version hit as hard as A rank strength servant. But both Shiru and Ritsuka turned pale after hearing that information, and also that in Shakalaka's nest usually have about 1 king and 10 Shakalakas, at least at most 20 or more. But Shiru and Ritsuka getting more paler hearing that. Imagine trying to fight such high amount of Shakalakas in narrow spaces. Corbenik. Chuckle amused for you Peter. Just imagine getting bitch slapped by Hulk that sums how hard Shakalaka's hit you. Turn to cast for you guys just imagine getting hit full force from Trihexa, well you are as powerless as a toddler. With cast and Peter also joined Shiru and Ritsuka getting pale from fright. Skeeth. Talking and teasing voice oh I also forgot to mention that those things love to put their victims to sleep first via sleeping smoke bomb before delivering the finisher. Either. Sweatdrop seeing them getting more terrified after hearing the last information well, they wasn't wrong, though those shakalakas hit a little hard though chuckle a little. With cast, Shiru Peter and Ritsuka turn their heads so fast towards either, making loud snap sounds unable to believe what he just said. Terrified ones. A little. What kind of things he fought to just say a little. Skeeth. Oh a lot let out sadistic chuckle seeing their terrified expression well, let's continue with our viewing. Ollie. Anyways. Let's take a rest first in that cavern over there to eat before our impending fight with that devil. But the other giving a nod and start heading towards the cavern with Drake in the front leading the others and stop right in front of the cavern and give a signal to stop after get a bad feeling from seeing a hulking sleeping figure in the middle of the cavern and start communicating with hand signals and hurry. Hand signals sequence start. Drake. Guys stop now. Issei. Huh. What's wrong Drake? Albion. Yeah, it's rare for you to act like this. Drake. Just see the thing that was sleeping in that cavern but be quiet. But the other three are also curious decided to look at what Drake just found and nearly let out small gasp after seeing black-fanged beast that was sleeping in the middle of the cavern while scratching its stomach. Welp, they're bucked. While Issei volleyed Drake and Albion after hearing that start praying for their other self-safety. Issei. Okay I can understand why you act like that, let's go guys we need to leave silently. The four of them walking back as silently as possible leaving the cavern area. Hand signals sequence end. Scene change Snowy Mountains area 8. Scene showing four of them release the breath they are holding while eating some rations to recover their energy. Ollie. Woo what kind of fanged beast was that my instinct told me to run after seeing it. Issei. Wiping a sweat yeah even that devil doesn't give such feeling. Albion. Noticed their target came out from area 7 speaking of the devil here it comes, get ready guys. But four of them unsheathed their weapons facing towards it while feeling the electricity in the air. Greg. Alright, it's time for payback from the last time Kieran Elder Dragon or not, let's do this guys. All four. Oryai charging towards their target. Sererg. So that's the devil they are talking about and it was an Elder Dragon. Razor. And the guild classified in Unicorn as Elder Dragon. Bicabial. Considering the logic of that world, something that looks harmless are probably the most dangerous ones. Shiva. And as the saying goes good quality come in small packages. Uriel. Why I got a feeling that what gonna happen next is total chaos. Either. Let out dry chuckle well. Uriel-san wasn't wrong, though you guys would know why hunter community call Kieran a devil I know this happened long ago but those four have my condolences give small prayer. But Issei volleyed Drake and Albion gulping down saliva nervously while watching the screen. When all four of them draws near and brought down their weapons to slash at Kieran, only it disappear in a flash to their side and charge towards giving them side horn bash, making them get thrown away to the wall hard and coughing some blood from the impact. Issei. Damn it was just like back then, notice the Kieran are charging energy in its horn to unleash Thunderbolt to their direction guys dodge. But four of them dodge aside from incoming Thunderbolt and rush forward to Kieran that was neighing and deliver their strongest slash at Kieran body, only end up with their weapons bounce back after the impact. Issei. What the? Ollie. What kind of hardness is this? Either. And that's another characteristics of Kieran, its entire body except of one weak spot are nearly impervious to any attacks like an apex frenzy monster, making some take notes from the info. But the Kieran suddenly turn back and give double back kick to Drake and Albion, who was unable to react in time. BDRAIG and Albion. Oh shy get kicked right in the chest, making them get thrown back several meters from the impact skidding across the snow. Issei. DDRAIG. Ollie. Albion. But both of them accidentally let their guard down and the Kieran using this chance waving it horn towards them, throwing them back in summon wave of thunder, heading towards Drake and Albion, who was struggling to get up paralyzing them and prepare to charge towards two of its victims. Drake. Aerg. Albion. Grark. Issei. Shit it got Drake and Albion what to do now. Its body was impenetrable noticed Kieran horn that was surging with energy could it be. Ollie. Realizing what Issei was thinking about I'll try it first, you brought both Drake and Albion to safety, while I hold it back rush towards Kieran, giving several slash towards its horns, and noticed it connects making the Kieran yell in pain it works. Issei. After done brought up Drake and Albion while getting ready to join volley nice one we got a chance, let's do this. Drake. Payback time. Albion. Feel my wrath here damn pony. But four of them start attacking the Kieran horn, while carefully dodging it attack making it like they're dancing with Kieran. Issei. Alright come on other me you can do this. Ollie. Show that thing what you got other me. Greg. Rubbing his chin. Never thought that other me still got it, good thing I take the dancing class back then. Albion. Guess those dancing class are proven useful after all, sagely nods. But most xcast turn to both Dreg and Albion shocked with gaping mouth after knowing that both of them take dancing class. Dreg. Turn looking at xcast feeling insulted. What's wrong with knowing how to dance? Albion. Of course we would know it, no chance in hell we would embarrass ourselves to our future spouse by not knowing how to dance. Great Red. Grinning, I can vouch for that, I was there with them. Dreg. Wait, don't tell me that you are Senior Big G. Albion. I can't believe it, Senior Big G was actually Great Red. Great Red. Haha, shocked ain't you both, seems like we are back together to show the world our moves do. Bump fist together with grinning Dreg and Albion. While other xcast jaw drops after hearing that Great Red also take dancing class. Dreg. Speaking of, do you think the teacher Keith are still around? Albion. I don't know, did you find out about his whereabouts, Senior Big G? Great Red. I've been trying to find him all this time but no success. Sighing, I miss him. He was such a great teacher, but I can feel it that he would show himself someday. Sighing while making hopeful expression together with Dreg and Albion. Skeeth. Hideaway dance dragon revolution file while whistling mysteriously, while thinking now only need 2 more spots, secretly glancing at Issei and Vali, making them shiver for no reason. Talking with Skeeth telepathically, did you go to that DXD world and teach them dancing back then? Skeeth. No comment. Corbenik. For the love of, don't tell me that you are planning to make an idol group with them. Skeeth. Hiding his smirk, who knows. But the Kirin had enough and neighing loudly while letting out sudden burst of energy, throwing all 4 of them back. All 4 Gwark, either. Turn to Shiru, Peter and Ritsuka. Well. Considering that we got unsuspecting volunteer for fighting Kirin, take this viewing as a lesson for you 3, to avoid the same thing happen for future hunts. Ignoring how bad they would be trashed after this, let out Rai smirk, making Issei, Vali, Dreg and Albion nervous. But 4 of them while slowly getting up in pain looking back at Kirin that was glowing brightly while covered with visible electricity, only have one thing in their minds while sweating nervously for the incoming beatdown. All 4. Ah shit. Here we go again. Narrator voice. Round 2 fight. But the Kirin charging towards them at higher speed than before, while a rain of electricity coming down all over the place, making them dodge the rain of lightnings. But the screen briefly changed to the inside of the cavern, showing the black-fanged beast, stirring a little in its sleep and change back to the present. Sirzech. Why the screen show that black beast? Azazel. Gulping down saliva, I got a bad feeling about this. Either. Thinking, oh boy, those 4 luck are totally sucks. Issei. Freaking hell, this thing gone into rage. Ali. I know that we're fighting an elder dragon, but this is bullshit, unaware that Kirin suddenly appear beside him, hitting him with its horn, making him fall to his butt. Either. Nearly forgot to mention Kirin was quite a bully itself, making those that don't know what he mean tilt head puzzled, while Vali get a bad feeling about this. Albion. Should Vali together with others try to help Vali, but unable to break through the hail of lightning keeping them in their place. Ali. Damn it. Let out a gasp after looking back at Kirin that was looming over him and get a feeling that it was letting out evil smirk, making him think one thing book. But what happened next, showing that every time Vali would get up it would headbutt, using it horn giving horn slap towards Vali, or using it hooves pushing Vali back, making him stumble to his butt several times, making him at it mercy till it gets bored, and summon a bolt of lightning towards Vali, who was dazed from the bullying, paralyzing him in place, and the Kirin turned back, changing a target towards the other 3. Iku. Jaw drops, holy shit, that pony was pure evil, it easily toying with Vali just like that. Morgan Le Fay. Hiding behind Arthur B. Brother, I'm scared. But other children also hiding behind their parents from fright, seeing how the Kirin bullying other Vali. Hercules. Scratch that, I'll change my opinion about unicorn next time I see them shivering from fright. Jean. Together with most other girls with hollow eyes muttering themselves, my childhood dream already destroyed. But Vali already pale looking at his other self get bullied like that. Greg. Guys, it's coming. Attic. Albion. Let's do this. Issei. I'll help Vali recover first, rushing towards Vali, with Dreg charging forwards leaving Albion in the dust only for him to get zapped with thunderbolt from Kirin horn, making him yelling in pain, instantly paralyzing him with the Kirin, let out huge surge of lightning blast towards down Dreg to finish him off. Albion. Shit, man down, sorry DDRAIG, I got no choice, proceeds to kick Dreg right in the gut, throwing him aside from the line fire, and proceeds to jump aside, barely avoiding the lightning blasts. Dreg. Shouting towards Albion, did you seriously have to kick me? Why you didn't carry me instead? Albion. Oh come on man, surely other me got no choice in the heat of moment. Dreg. Grumbling, seeing that Albion got a point, tsk. Hate to admit it but you're right. Albion. Hiding his smirk while thinking, nice one other me. But Drake suddenly got pissed off for no reason, but decided to ignore it. Screen briefly change again to the inside of the cavern, showing that the black beast continuously twitching in it, sleep while it nose sniffing the air, and suddenly its eyes snapped open showing bloodshot red eyes filled with murder and rage. Asia. Yek get into Issei arms afraid after seeing the eyes. Ow cow. Shit, this doesn't look good, noticed his hand trembling. Indra. In all my experience I never seen such eyes. Shiva. Same with me. Shiru. Sweating nervously. Okay, what kind of monster was that? Not even a berserker even gives such emotions in their eyes. Ritsuka. Why yeah, what kind of monster was that? Peter. Mr. Either. But those that doesn't know about the black beast turn to Skeeth Corbenik and Either for confirmation, only to get ignored making them nervous. Scene changing back to the present showing that after 4 of them managed to recover and continue fighting against Kieran, dealing considerable amount of damage, making it temporarily stop moving exhausted while enduring the attacks. Greg. Damn it, how long it gonna takes to kill this damn pony? Screw it, I'm gonna drink some potion first. Albion. Agreed, let's take some breather first, you two, we gonna drink some potion first. But both of them running away to a safe distance catching their breath and brought a potion drinking it to recover from injuries without realizing that they're accidentally making a big mistake, which is turning their back against a monster they're hunting, especially Kieran. Either. Aw shit, those two are Buck turned to others that curious why he let out a curse. Here's an important lesson for you all when hunting. Always make sure that the monster you're hunting are in your sight when drinking potion to recover from your injuries. Skeeth. As Either said, when drinking your potion some monster instinctually would randomly try to attack you when drinking a potion. As for Kieran, considering how intelligent it was, you could say whether you don't keep it in your sight or not. It would ignore anything else to attack you when drinking potion. Legends say that Kieran took it personally, if those who are hunting it running away to heal themselves. Corbenik. And the end result is never pretty. But both Drake and Albion gulping down saliva from the ominous words worried about their other self's safety. But the Kieran stopped moving after noticed the other two are missing and start looking around and noticed that the other two a considerable amount of distance drinking potion, making it let out loud neighing sounds and charging towards them at higher speed. It has shown so far while covered with intense amount of electricity. Issei. Gasping in shock after realizing Kieran intention. Guys watch out. Ollie. Guyss. Rune. Greg. Huh. Albion. What? But both of them turn around unaware of the impending doom and let out small whimper after done turning, noticing that Kieran distance between them was just a mere hairbreadth. But the screen froze with the narrator voice commenting. Narrator voice. It was at this moment they both knew, they bucked up. Screen temporarily turned dark for a while with both Drake and Albion let out incomprehensible bone-chilling scream of pain and suffering, followed with sounds of electricity on the background. Both Drake and Albion turned pale white seeing their other self fate. Cast still shaken up after hearing Drake and Albion unholy scream of pain. Tiamat. As much as I hate Drake, I don't think he deserves that, thinking please let him be safe. Thanon. Roll his eyes noticing Tiamat expression. Sundir. Vritra. Nodding nervously, I don't think I ever heard those two screaming in pain like that before. Michael. Sweating nervously, that's right. Not even when they are defeated during the Great War, they ever let out scream of pain like that. Azazel. Gulping down saliva, even if they are cut in pieces back then I never heard them let out scream of pain at all. Sirzech. Honestly now I'm kinda afraid to see other kinds of elder dragon and monster that was elder dragon tier. Either. Shaking head amused reminiscing the past, oh boy. The memories. The screen finally light up showing those 4 who was exhausted from the battle while struggling to fight with Kieran, that also shown sign of injuries and exhaustion from long battle. Greg. Damn it, we nearly got carted just now. Albion. Lesson taken, can't believe that we making obvious mistakes. Good thing that Issei and Vali came to our rescue. Ollie. This thing is too damn agile, galloping all over the place. Issei. Noticed that the Kieran stopped moving, flinching from pain. A chance it's all or nothing now. All 4. Higher. Issei. Come on, finish it, other me. Ollie. This is it. Greg. Go. Albion. Finish it once and for all. But Skas cheering for the other 4, feeling glad that they would defeat the Kieran. Shiru. Chuckle, seems like they got this, ain't it Either-san? Turn to Either and get ominous feeling after seeing him show no reaction. Scene showing that all 4 was rushing towards Kieran to deliver their finishing blow, only stopped after hearing a monster roar. Issei. Widen eyes in shock while getting bad feeling. What was that? Ollie. Wait, don't tell me. Greg. Gulping down saliva, oh no please don't. Albion. Just when we about to defeat this thing another one comes. But the ground starts shaking up, making 4 of them and Kieran turn their head from the source, noticing the black-fanged beast they see in the cavern heading to their ways, especially towards Kieran, before jumping and crashing down in between of Kieran and 4 of them throwing them back, while they slowly trying to getting up and start get feeling of dread in their very being after manage to get full glimpse of the black-fanged beast in all of its glory. But those that doesn't know about the black-fanged beast in the entire room fall silent in fear after fully see it either. Considering that they are exhausted and this is their first time seeing it. One word. They are absolutely booked. But Xcast getting more worried after hearing that. Skeeth. I know that you all has lots of questions but just keep it for now, I'll explain later in next viewing, and the monster that appear just now take a rest today. We continue tomorrow. By the way, either Peter, Shiru and Ritsuka, you 4 can stay here tonight, there's room with your name on it. Me and Corbenik has some matter to attend. Get up and leaves together with and Corbenik, but either Peter, Shiru, Ritsuka and together with Xcast goes to their designated room to get some rest to prepare themselves for next viewing tomorrow. Either. Thinking man they would totally be surprised tomorrow. Ep 25 carat makes monkey gone apishad advent of beatdown. Scene change in front of Skeeth house. Scene showing Skeeth who just arrived and start looking around. Skeeth. This is weird, where are those 2? Turn to the side noticing both and Corbenik came out while still wearing construction clothes. Oi. What are you 2 doing recently? Cracking his neck. Oh, just building something, nothing important. Corbenik. Nodding, he's right. Anyways, wanna get inside. Pretty sure they probably already woken up. Before that stomp his feet on the ground, summoning portable changing room for him and to change their clothes back to usual one. Skeeth. Sweat drops, thinking don't they both realize that they can just change their clothes inside. Anyways. I'm gonna switch to second form, been using first form long enough, change to second form. But both and Corbenik came out and noticing Skeeth current look. Decided to change current look. Hull let out a smirk. Skeeth. Yup, guess I should change my look once in a while. Corbenik. Well, let's go inside then. The 3 of them go inside the house and head towards the feeling that everyone was in the kitchen. Scene changed Keith house kitchen area. After arrived the 3 of them noticed that currently Shiru and either was giving Issei some pointers about cooking. Well, curiously enough that Shiru wasn't the one cooking instead of either and Issei. Well, Peter and Ritsuka was currently chatting with Xcast in meantime of waiting for their food. Imagine Issei in Shiru place. Well, Lamia is more relaxed, just ignore Lancer. Issei. Oh, so I should put it here around this time, wasn't it Shiru-san, either-san? Shiru. Nodding, indeed, if you do it like this you would be able to bring more of its natural flavor. Either. Chuckle, well you should ask Shiru about that instead of me, he's more knowledgeable than me about cooking. I just know some recipes to help broaden your knowledge. Guess both you and the version of you that I know also love cooking, huh? Reminiscing the past, when teaching other Issei about cooking in spare time. Shiru. Let out a snort. Oh come on, don't sell yourself short. Even I'm curious what kind of recipe you know, considering that you used to travel between worlds back then from what I heard from the others. Issei. Yeah, Shiru-sensei right, either-san. I also never thought it would be possible to cook such dish. Either. Chuckle, well, guess I shouldn't disappoint you both then. Acted Xcast. Mickey. Chuckle, I'm glad that our son become more cheerful now, no need to be depressed like before. Boru. Yeah, you're right dear, after the breakup he wasn't his usual cheerful self. I'm glad that his harem and everyone else are there for him. Sirzech. Me too, honestly I'm disappointed that my sister and the others make that decision to break up with Issei, sighing. Zeoticus. We've been pampering her too much, still I'm glad that Issei didn't hate us. Benelana. Guess our daughter lost, then it would be nearly impossible for them to be brought back together considering that. Grayfia. Caressing Milika's head, there's many other women's that was interested with him apart from his harem. Glance at women's that secretly glance at Issei that was still cooking, unaware of the glances. Azazel. Anyways, I'm kinda wondering what monster that appeared last episode yesterday and honestly shivering, rubbing his arm. I got a feeling that I rather fight against Trihexa rather than fight against that monster. But others that was also in the table also got chills in their spine, nodding in agreement with Azazel. Odin. Chuckle nervously, I guess we shouldn't talk about it for now and wait for the next episode. Ritsuka. I kinda want to ask either-san what monster was that, but I think I know what his response is. Sweat drops. Peter. Probably like the sorry, I can't tell reason. Spoilers. But others also sweat drops, feeling that was the case, while either who was hearing what they are talking about was chuckling silently and noticed the 3 that has just arrived. Either. Oh Skeeth-san, Corbenik-san, when did you 3 come back? But others also send their greetings towards the 3 that just arrived. Skeeth. Just now, and yo, how's it been everyone, did you all get good night's sleep? Nodding after others reply yes. In case if all of you curious, my current look is Hiseo second form. Iku. Oh, seems like this form are more armored than previous one. Bajuka. Correct me if I'm wrong, could it be that Hiseo-san gained this form to use the broadsword from the display? Yup, he gained that form to be able to use it. Anyways, get into seat followed with Skeeth and Corbenik. Seems like our food is ready. Corbenik. Well, time to eat then chuckle. With everyone else currently eating and in meantime Ritsuka turned to Shiro asking and whisper. Ritsuka. No Shiro-san, I'm curious if you're the same one like the one I know. I wonder why you didn't cook and letting other people cook instead. Shiro. Oh, about that. Hup put his fist under his chin. Well, in deep thought, honestly, I want to cook actually, but for some reason I got a gut feeling that it would be a bad idea, and since I've been saved by Skeeth from you know who with Ritsuka nodding, knowing what Shiro was talking about lately, I'm not unlucky at all if I follow my gut feeling. Skeeth. Joining the conversation chuckling about that I might be responsible regarding the matter about your luck. Shiro with Ritsuka and Shiro turn their head to Skeeth, unable to believe what they just heard. I just tweak your luck from B rank making it to C rank borderline B rank if you follow your gut feeling, same with some versions of your other self that was still in rehabilitation. But shocked Shiro after hearing that let out a tear, wiping it while letting out a sob, feeling happy with Skeeth gesture with Ritsuka patting his back congratulating him. Shiro. Muttering thank you goodbye E rank luck. Meanwhile every Shiro in NASA multiverse felt pissed off for some reason, especially towards some of their counterparts while muttering lucky bastards. Skeeth. I was gonna turn it to A rank actually, but considering a me luck curse it would probably bring fortune and misfortune at the same time. Getting up to do his dish. Alright then, I'll be heading towards viewing room, then leaves followed with and Corbenik. Scene change viewing room. After everyone else finished taking their seat and Skeeth pressed the remote pointing to the screen. Screen open. Scene change Hideout house, kitchen area. Scene showing that Asia currently about to finish washing the dishes and gasp in shock after notice that there's a crack forming on mugs belonging to Issei Vali Dragon Albion. Rainer. Came inside the kitchen in worry after hearing Asia gasp. Asia, what's wrong? Asia. It's nothing, just that. Slowly point towards the mugs making Rainer who also let out small gasp in shock. There's crack forming on their mugs. Rainer. Hugging Asia and give her a smile while also caressing her head trying to reassure her that there's nothing wrong would happen. It's okay Asia, sometimes there's a crack forming on a mug, although in rare case. Alright then, how about you watch the television? Your favorite show's gonna start. Kala and Middle already waiting for you, I'll handle the dishes from here. Asia. If you say so Rainer ni sama. Leave towards to living room. Asia. The real Rainer sama is so gentle, I really wish that I can meet her actual self. The Kabiel. Indeed that child is a gentle one, even I'm shocked after getting the reports how she suddenly gone rogue and become completely opposite from her actual self. To think such thing exists, suddenly get morbid thoughts. I fear if that thing wasn't destroyed in time it would be undiscovered, infecting many people. Worst, if it managed to infect Trihexa. Broke into cold sweat thinking about it. I'm glad those 3 Azure Knights came to our world and destroy it in time. Rainer. Continued doing the dishes while looking up and thought, I hope that Issei-kun and others would be alright, dear father. Please let them be safe. Make some prayers. Issei. Rubbing back of his head while reminiscing the time he used to spend with Rainer and think, was it just my imagination that ... even when infected. Rainer was actually enjoyed our date. Greg. Talking with Issei through their telepathic link, they share it, probably just a guess, but I honestly think that she used every ounce of her strength fighting through the infection, trying to have some control of her body during the date before finally succumbed from the infection at the end of the date. Issei. Do you really think so Greg? Indeed, now enough brooding, let's just enjoy the show. Issei. Chuckle realizing Drake was right, well, guess you're right. Meanwhile deep inside of Issei mind, Rainer. I really enjoyed our date Issei-kun. Now I can rest easy now seeing that you already become strong. I love you. And I wish to stay by your side longer, but I guess it's time to say goodbye. Thank you Issei-kun let out gentle smile from her teary face before vanishing completely. While Issei let out a tear without realizing it and feels sad for some reason. Skeeth. Let out mysterious smirk while thinking, well, guess I got some work to do then. Scene change Snowy Mountains Area 8. Scene showing our downed shell shocked hunters rooted on the spot from the sudden invasion during their hunt against Kirin, with only one thing in their minds, while struggling to get up. All 4. Shit. Yup, shit indeed, nodding, but the others that doesn't know about the Black Fanged Beast felt foreboding feelings about what gonna happen. Suddenly the Black Fanged Beast turned towards the downed Kirin that are still struggling to get up from the previous impact and leaping towards the Kirin, grabbing it in full Nelson, with one of its hands gripping the horn, making the Kirin struggle further, but to no avail because of its injuries from previous battle, making the Kirin at its mercy. Issei. What is that thing gonna do? Wide-eyed. Ollie. Screw it. I don't want to think about it. Greg. I hate to say this but we need to run now. Albion. Agreed, we need to run before it's too late. But 4 of them after a brief moment of struggle finally managed to get up. Ow cow. Despite how evil that pony was in the last viewing I can't help but pity it. Or. Its eyes was full of fear. Either. Shrugs considering how injured it was in last viewing it possibly think that if it doesn't escape now it would be totally dead. Scene change back to both of the monsters showing that Kirin was expelling huge amount of lightning all over the place, hitting its foe, but to no avail, and in the end its opponent broke off its horn with a loud snap, making those that watching wince, feeling sorry for the Kirin. Issei. Jaw drops that thing just broke Kirin horn just like that. Ollie. Well we're struggling to even put a scratch on it. After the black fanged beast broke off Kirin horn and used it other hand grabbing Kirin head and slam it down on the ground, making small crater rendering the Kirin on death door and brought it fist up. Greg. Wait what it gonna do? Albion. Widen eyes in realization wait, don't tell me. Skeeth. Alright then, guess I drag it long enough, pretty sure all of you curious what is that monster name is, the black fanged beast name is Rajang. But people that just know it name felt chills in their spine upon hearing the name. Either. Indeed back then the guild classified it as Elder Dragon, because how mythical it is but they reclassified it to Fanged Beast for unknown reasons pondering the reasons, thinking pretty sure the guild classified it as Dragon Punching Ape. Corbenik. And among of all monster Rajang are one on the list of select group of monsters that boasts 90% rate of. Peter. 90% rate of. Gulping saliva with cast together with Shiru and Ritsuka doing the same, parting you and make you fail the quest, especially when hunting it for the first time because of its immense strength and certain reasons. Either. Wince remembering Phantom Pain yeah. San wasn't wrong though that thing was the first monster ever that managed to cart me when I start going solo even though I has fought several elder dragons before back then it hit really hard erg. But cast Shiru Peter and Ritsuka gotten pale after hearing that. Either, you're wrong though. Making those that heard it breath sigh of relief. Either. Huh. Corbenik. Rajang didn't hit that hard though. Either. Blinking his eyes in realization oh, you're right it hit. But the one that heard it get foreboding feelings. Skeeth Corbenik. Nodding between each other and turned to others talking by putting strong emphasis in their words it hit verryy. Harddd. But others that heard it gotten pale white more than before upon hearing that while Issei Vali Drag and Albion start fearing for their other self-safety. Narrator voice. Finish him. And the Rajang let out a roar and brought it fist down towards Kirin head, punching through it head making large crater with Kirin head explodes, making some brain and skull matter fly all over the area, with some of it splattering towards our terrified hunters, while its body twitching for a while, letting out some sparks of electricity, before flickering down with its body finally going still. Narrator voice. Fatality. But those that watching that has weak stomach throw up on the spot into prepared bucket beforehand from Kirin unexpected brutal end. Sirzech. Shit that monster is vicious I hate to be on the receiving end of that fist. Serafal. I'm scared protect me jump towards Issei hugging him from fright, followed with other harem sisters. Great red. Screw it I don't think my scales would hold out against that thing attacks not to mention that if I'm right gulping down saliva, it hasn't gone into rage mode yet. Shiru. I hate to say this but he's right. But the terrified one slowly turned towards Skeeth Corbenik and Either, only to see them let out slasher grin, making them pale. All the screen zooming towards Rajang that slowly turned towards our hunters and brought Kirin horn towards its mouth and Issei. Oh, shit. Albion. Did it just. Greg. Eat the horn like a bucking carrot. But others that watching felt chills in their spine watching how Rajang eat Kirin horn. Odin. Shit. I don't think I can sleep well from now on after watching that scene. With others nodding in agreement. Corbenik. A little info for you all, Rajang is the only non-elder dragon monster that managed to prey and kill an elder dragon monster, albeit if it was only Kirin. Skeeth. But who knows if it ever managed to prey other elder dragon though, considering how its sheer power outclass most elder dragons. Either. Yeah the guild been searching more about Rajang to see if what Skeeth said is true or not remembering assignment, he got to search for more information about Rajang. But those that heard it got more pale from fright. Meanwhile, someone came inside the house stealthily without everyone else except Skeeth and Corbenik noticing and take his seat while chewing some gums. While Skeeth and Corbenik roll their eyes knowing who was it that came inside the house. Skeeth. Thinking how typical of him huh. Ollie. Gulping down saliva hey guys. Maybe it just me but why it looks so eerily similar like an Izaru. Albion. Widen eyes in fear oh no. Please for the love of. Greg. Shivering in fright don't tell me that. Issei. Praying hoping he's wrong it can. Before Issei can finish his words, they notice that Rajang first slowly standing up glowing in golden color in similar way like a Super Saiyan would. Greg. Did. Albion. It just. Ollie. Turned. Issei. Into a. All four. Freaking Super Saiyan. But the Rajang let out a lightning laser beam straight towards four of them, making them scatter away from the incoming laser beam, barely evading it with the laser beam piercing through the clouds dispersing it. Issei. Getting up from his seat in shock did it just use the legendary Kamehameha? Ollie. Dude I pretty sure it just use a final flash instead. Issei. No it's Kamehameha. Ollie. You're wrong, it's final flash. Issei. Kamehameha. Ali. Final flash. Both while still shouting against each other start getting up and walking towards each other and start butting head between each other glaring. Issei. Like I said, it's Kamehameha you numbskull. I dare you to say it again. Ali. And like I said it's final flash you damn retard. Issei. Eye twitching in anger alright that's it it's on. Ali. Try me. But both of them brought their fist back that was covered in balance breaker armor, readying to punch their respective foe. Edraig and Albion. Enough. But both Drag and Albion grab back of partner head bashing them between each other, making both Issei and Vali fall unconscious from unexpected move. Edraig and Albion. Can't you both calm down? We're trying to watch here. Drag. Shaking head unamused sheesh I know that you like Dragon Ball Z so much Issei but tone it down with your fanaticism. Albion. Rubbing forehead from headache hey I expected more than you Vali at least be rational and civilized people like me and Drag here with Drag nodding in agreement. Drag. Yeah be rational and civilized like us still nodding while giving Issei disappointed look but cast sweat drops after seeing what just happened and sweat drops more after hearing what Albion just said, especially those that participated in Great War and give both Drag and Albion dry looks. Most of Great War participants. Thinking in sarcasm rational and civilized. Yeah right. Mickey. Ah I remember now, back then as a child, Issei would go on rampage if people insult Dragon Ball Z series. Boru. Chuckle in amusement yeah he would totally beat those that insult his favorite anime, even if they're boy or girl rubbing forehead from small headache, remembering the trouble that Issei used to make before. But cast look at Mickey and Goru in surprise after hearing another new information about Issei. Sirzech. Chuckle well guess there's lot more to know about little brother wasn't it Grayfia? Grayfia. Shaking head a little amused you're right Sirzech-sama. After a little while with both Issei and Vali woke up with both of them still glaring between each other. Skeeth. Chuckle well ignoring what happened just now, among of Rajang most famous nickname is Saiyan Monkey, that's was what me, Corbenik and people like us call it. Drag. After hearing what Skeeth just said oh shit I just realized something. Albion. What is it Drag? Drag. If what Skeeth-san said is right don't tell me that it know how to use moves from Dragon Ball Z. But others also praying hoping that Drake guess is wrong. Shiru. Oh shit if my memory serves right every fighter strength in Dragon Ball Z was easily more powerful than air rank. Itsuka. Nodding remembering the time when he and Shiru watched Dragon Ball Z when first brought to Skeeth Realm and that was only from Namek Saga if counting Android Saga and Buu Saga. They probably already reach X rank already. Peter. Oh boy that thing got same temper like Hulk when he goes on rampage gulping down saliva while wincing from phantom pain, remembering the time he tried to calm down rampaging Hulk. Issei. Whew, barely dodged that huh? Oh shit. After noticing that Rajang dug both of its hands through the snow and pull out big boulder launching it towards them making them dispersing further against each other but four of them still exhausted while still getting up and without them noticing that Rajang standing up roaring with both of its arms turns red, making all four of them hurriedly try getting up despite their pain, feeling that roar wasn't good news. Skeeth. Talking without turning to others oh. Remember how hard Rajang hit is? But those that heard Skeeth questions gulping down saliva hearing that with Razor brave enough to answer. Razor. Yeah very hard. Either. Chuckle realizing what Skeeth was talking about and talk in teasing voice yeah. Very hard now did you all see just now how it arms turns red? With others that was puzzled looking back at the screen especially at Rajang arms that turn red and looking back at Skeeth Corbenik and either while get foreboding feelings. But Skeeth Corbenik and either looking between each with a slasher grin and turn towards others saying an ominous voice. Skeeth. Now. It hit. Corbenik. Very. Either. Very. Skeeth Corbenik either. Hard. But those that heard it turned ghostly pale white upon hearing it while slowly turned their head looking at the screen. Someone let out a smirk thinking heh, seems like either already got affected with those three dark humor huh. Greg. Shit this doesn't sound good guys you're okay there? Other three. We're fine. Greg. Good now we Northeast Obuck immediately brought up his broadsword in blocking position to defend against Rajang that launch itself towards him in Superman punch pose, knocking Drake back across the snow. Saji. Hey wait a minute is that the same punch Kid Goku used against King Piccolo? Greg. Gogoro you gotta be kidding me immediately brought his broadsword up, desperately use it defending against Rajang that let out continuous barrage of punch, making many cracks appear at his broadsword in fast rate, while he get dragged further nearing the edge of the cliff in duration of Rajang barrage of punches. Issei. Wait a minute is that meteor combination? Azazel. Getting up pointing towards the screen okay that monster is bullshit I rather fight Trihexa rather than fight that thing with Xcast nodding rapidly in agreement. Greg. Broke into cold sweat oh shit don't tell me it gonna use that laser beam just now against other me. But Drake broadsword unable to receive more punishment anymore and broke after last punch, knocking Drake towards the edge of the cliff, with the Rajang jumping back after the last punch, and while in midair let out huge lightning ball of energy towards defenseless Drake that was unable to react in time, inflicting huge amount of damage, destroying most of his armor, while also destroying the cliff he's standing at, making him fall down from the mountain heading down towards the darkness below. Udo. Sweating nervously, correct me if I'm wrong. But did it just use Big Bang attack against other Drakes and just now? Sererg. I think it is. Drake. Guaerg. Issei. Drake turned to Rajang in rage and charged forward in anger, brandishing his sword and shield. You bastard. Ali. Oh I say don't be rash. Notice that Issei completely ignore the warning, intending to avenge Drake. Damn it, come on Albion, we'll need to support him. Albion. Got it, let's go Vali. But both of them charge forward intending to provide some support for Issei. Issei. This is for DTRAIG, you bastard. Drake. Thanks Issei for the concern, even if it was other you. Issei. Of course I will Drake, you're my best bud, I'll do anything for my friends. Drake. Let out small grin. Heh, thanks partner. Issei. Let out small grin. Heh, you're welcome Drake. But both of them bump fist with each other, still grinning. Skeeth. Let out proud tear, wiping it. Now that's we call true brotherhood and bromance. Indeed, I'm so proud. Give proud smile. Corbenik. Blow his nose into tissue, they grown up so fast. Someone. Roll his eyes, thinking after watching Skeeth and Corbenik antics dramatic much. While Issei still charging forward and jumped towards his target, delivering a slash only for it to miss, seeing that Rajang leaped to the side before delivering spinning body tackle towards Issei, making him coughing blood and launching him towards shocked volley, making both of them crash of the wall, making some snow fall above them, burying them in snow pile. Albion. Issei volley turned to both of them in concern for a moment before realizing he just make a big mistake. Oh shit. Narrator. In a battle, never take your eyes off your opponent or you will pay heavy price for it. But either Shiru, Peter, Ritsuka and Xcast nodding in agreement with narrator advice. Shiru. Indeed it would be fatal to yourself if make that mistake. Albion. As much I'm disappointed with my other self from doing that mistake, I can't blame him for getting worried with other Issei and Vali. Drake. Yeah, considering that in that world you would be as powerless as normal human, he has every right to get worried. Now I'm worried, what are my other self condition right now? When Albion just turned back towards Rajang, he noticed that it was just right before him, catching him before he can react and gripping Albion tight, making him screaming in agony, feeling that some of his bones breaking despite his armor protecting him before Rajang grab Albion before his leg and start doing some spin and slamming Albion on the ground several times, making him screaming in pain before throwing the already unconscious Albion off from the mountain the same way Drake has fallen down. But Albion helmet already came off from the first slam, but most cast covering their ears, hearing other Albion scream of pain and flinch every time Albion got slammed on the ground and gasp in horror, seeing how Albion got thrown off the mountain, feeling worried for his safety. Ollie. Muttering in worry, come on man, please let him be safe. Albion. Petting Vali back, trying to reassure him, come on Vali, I'm sure other me will survive, trust me. Ollie. Let out breath, he's holding if you say so. Albion turn looking at the screen in worry. Michael. Looking at the screen nervously to think that even Drake Dono and Albion Dono are no match for that monster. Gabriel. Making small prayer despite how terrified she was looking at the screen, please let every one of them be safe. But both Issei and Vali after just managed to get out from the pile of snow and just see that Rajang just throw Albion from the mountain before turn towards them and put one of its hands into the ground and pull out large boulder of snow before throwing it towards them, making them dodge aside, separating them. Georg. I hate to admit that monster is intelligent at purposely separating its opponents before going after each of them one by one. Suzaku. Indeed it was completely dangerous foe. Ali. Suddenly felt chills in his spine, making him shiver. Why, I got a bad feeling. Issei. Getting up grunting before noticed the Rajang suddenly appear before him, making him unable to react and get punched right in the gut, launching him to a wall, embedding him inside, making cracks appear all over his armor, with his helmet already falling off from the punch. But this ain't noticed that the Rajang goes after helpless Vali, grabbing him and start crushing him, making him screaming in agony before brought Vali up roaring and slamming him down several times face first, making more cracks start appear on the ground from every slam before throwing him away, making Vali tumbling through the snow several times before the Rajang start to slowly approach Vali menacingly, but Vali while in pain still unable to get up and noticed that the Rajang slowly approach him, making him screaming in fear while desperately trying to drag himself away in futile. Ali. Guys help me, guys help me, help me. Sounds of cracking knuckles. Like this, but imagine in rage mode and in red arm state. While Issei still trying to get out can do nothing but watch hopelessly in horror, seeing how Rajang brought it fist up, roaring before brought it fist down towards Vali, who was screaming in fear before gone silent after the fist connect with him, making large crater formed from the impact with Vali in the center of the crater, while the screen zooming in showing unconscious Vali with broken bones and covered in his pool of blood with how most of his armor destroyed, leaving the armor in pieces protecting him from the impact. But most cast already feel lightheaded, while Lavinia already faint from shock with Suzaku, managed to catch her after seeing how other Vali is in critical condition. Azazel, gripping his armrest drawing blood and worry seeing how his surrogate son other self-critical condition while Vali adoptive family also react the same. Come on. Please don't die son, please make it through this. I know you can do it. Albion, looking at silent Vali in concern, you alright there Vali? Ali, in nervous voice, why yeah. I'm still shocked seeing what just happened. Now I'm kinda worried for Haidu though. But others widen eyes in shock, realizing Vali is right and praying for Issei's safety with his parents drag, and his harem goes to him hugging him as sign of support, while Azazel, Albion and Balder Thor and Vidar also do the same towards Vali. Rias, Issei tried to go to Issei in worry, but stopped after noticed Sirzech shaking his head. Sirzech, no can do Rias, I know you have good intentions but only his parents and Drake Dono can do this. Rias, why yeah, you're right brother, looking down sighing, realizing her brother is right before looking at Issei in longing and worry. Akeno, Rias, together with other former harem puzzled with Ria's action of trying to comfort Issei. Corbenik, thinking as glad I am seeing that you already realized your mistake young Gremory and try to atone yourself. Always remember that. Finishing Corbenik thoughts every action has its own consequences. But everyone turned back to the screen. Scene showing that a snowstorm suddenly happening reducing Issei line of sight while still trying to get out and after a while finally managed to get out and with the snowstorm subsiding, with Issei noticing that the Rajang disappeared from the area. Ophis, did it already leave? Great red. I hope so. Thinking I hope the hatchling would be alright. But what is this foreboding feelings? Get feeling that something bad gonna happen to other Issei. But Issei slowly dragging himself through the snow towards Vali location. Issei. Damn it, how did everything suddenly gone wrong? Please. Let Vali and everyone else be alright. Stop and felt fear gripping his heart after hearing familiar roar and start looking around before looking up and gasp in horror. But the scene showing how Rajang that was covered in intense amount of electricity already jumping down from the top of the mountain towards Issei, with both of its fists brought together forming double axe handle, intending to beat its foe, while the electricity from Rajang's entire body start flowing towards its hands making intense amount light, brightening the whole area. Issei. Damn it. Right after both of Rajang fist connect with Issei making loud explosion and bright flash of light, followed with sounds of electricity, making the screen turn dark for a while. Mickey. Issei getting up from her seat shouting in worry about her son other self-fate before slowly start fainting from shock. Boru. Mickey. Issei. Ka-san. Greg. Ms.Haidu, but the three of them managed to catch fallen Mickey in time before brought her to nearest sofa looking at her in worry, and Asia, together with entire Gremory family, also joined them looking at Mickey in worry, while also giving some glances at the screen. Then Alana. Please be alright. Muttering in worry looking at her friend. Zeoticus. It must be a total shock for her even if it was other version of her son. Milikas. Tried to put aside the fear he's feeling looking worried at Mickey. I hope Auntie Mickey will be fine. Rias. Caressing her nephew head trying to reassure him I'm sure she will. Milikas. Sirzech. Still turn looking at the screen nervously that monster I'd dread if it ever managed to come to our world. Grayfia. It's better not think much about it Sirzech-sama, we have more pressing matters to attend. Tried to get up to make some warm towels and bucket of warm waters before noticed that mentioned items suddenly appear courtesy of Skeeth before giving him nod of thank you before start helping Venelana putting some warm towels on unconscious Mickey head. Asia. I'll also help. Skeeth. Hope everyone doesn't mind. I pause the show waiting for Ms.Haidu to wake up with everyone else shaking their head in understanding, will also try to calm themselves down after seeing the last scene. Greg. Goes to Issei patting his back as sign of support. You alright there Issei? Issei. Give a nod before releasing breath he's holding as much I'm concerned about what currently happening to my other self but cause and condition came first. Greg. Don't worry Issei, she's a strong woman in both mind and spirit Issei, what matter now is that you just need to trust her. Boru. Came joining the conversation while giving some worried glances to his unconscious wife that was attended by Asia Venelana and Grayfia. Drake Dono is right Issei, Mickey is a strong woman, please place your trust in her and believe she would be alright. Issei. Taking a deep breath. Why yeah, you both are right. I should place my trust in her. Glance at Mickey in worry. Meanwhile with Vali that was deep in thoughts. Vali. Thinking I'm glad that Ka-san doesn't remember me and wasn't brought here too. I don't want her to worry anymore about me. Albion. Patting Vali back knowing what Vali was thinking about your mother Vali. Vali. Giving a nod yeah, I'm honestly glad that she wasn't brought here though. Albion. Let out small smile honestly I never met someone as kind and gentle as your mother, I'm glad that she finally found her happiness, despite the abuse she suffered under that disgusting piece of scum spoke with venom. Vali. Frowning remembering his father abuse towards his mother yeah, I'm glad that bastard already dead well no use worrying about the past what matter, more is focusing on the future. Albion. Hahaha as expected from my partner patting Vali back a little harder than intended, making him stumbling a bit before Vali let out small chuckle feeling thankful with Albion words of encouragement. A while later after Mickey and some that passed out from shock already woke up with everyone already getting back to their seat getting ready to continue watching the viewing. Someone let out amused smirk thinking well, guess it's about my turn to show up then. After several while the screen finally brightening up showing that Rajang already returned back into normal state, is currently holding defeated Issei by his leg upside down, looking at him in interest, will also glance at unconscious Vali that currently lying down in distance. Meanwhile the screen temporarily slowly zooming in towards Issei, that was unconscious and full of injuries with small pool of blood already forming below Issei from previous attacks. With most cast gasp in horror looking in shock at other Issei defeated state especially his parents together with his harem and those that was interested and care for him covering their mouths feeling sick, seeing how critical other Issei condition is. While Issei was frozen in shock while still looking at his stronger other self state and secretly making a vow to become stronger to be able to protect people he cherish. Peter. Temporarily glancing at his hands while in deep thoughts frowning I think I've been too reliant with my own superpowers, especially spider sense. Who knows if someday I would be stuck in the same condition as that world rule I would totally be screwed and if my hunch is right the monster that is shown is barely a scratch on the surface. I need to ask Mr. to seal my superpowers. To avoid this from happening in the future. Shiru. In deep thoughts thinking while looking at the screen with a frown, seems like I need to train more if I want to join either hunting in that world need to control my habits of unconsciously using my usual battle stance, sighing guess Rin is right my own recklessness would make me get killed someday let out small smile while reminiscing the past. Ritsuka. Nervously gulping down saliva thinking before start looking at the screen with determined looks, guess I need to step up my training I won't hide and let others fight for me anymore, it's time for me to stand shoulders to shoulders with others, no hiding back behind others anymore, and that is my promise. Either. Let out small smile remembering the time he spent with his friend also with other Issei Vali Drake and Albion I miss those days guess it won't hurt going hunting with them once in a while for old times sake guess, well Shiru, Peter and Ritsuka are training themselves in meantime. I'll spend some quality time with Alyssa Seal Claire Maria and together with the others let out a smile honestly, I wonder what they see in me and also willing to accept sharing me still. I'm glad that they love me for who I am. The scene turned back to Rajang showing it dropping down Issei before brought it fist up roaring, transforming back into rage state with its arm slowly turning red, intending to turn Issei head into bloody paste first, before doing the same to Vali like it is done to Kirin. With most cast screaming in horror looking at what would happen with some accidentally get some morbid thought imagining it. Issei. Is this it? Looking nervously at the screen. Someone. Thinking while smirking it's time. When Rajang fist was about to hit Issei head, suddenly a stone suddenly appear hitting Rajang right at its head making it stop what it was doing and turn to the direction where the stone come from roaring in anger to the one that dared to interrupt it. Someone familiar voice. In teasing voice with hint of smugness oi you dumb ape how about you pick someone on your size instead. With everyone else except Skeeth and Corbenik widen their eyes in realization after recognizing the voice. Issei. Wait that voice. Ali. If I'm not mistaken. Sirzech. Don't tell it is. But the screen slowly turning to who Rajang currently was roaring at showing. Just imagine that the helmet are customized making the faceplate are hollowed out showing the helmet wearer face and also using longsword of chaotic Gormagala series. Tsukasa in all his glory doing come on gesture with challenging smirk. Tsukasa. Waving his finger like he was scolding a child tsk. Alright then you cheap copy paste saying reject, come dance with your daddy, now brought out his longsword before lazily pointed towards Rajang, while giving a smug smirk. But the Rajang start roaring in anger after hearing the insult and start charging towards its new opponent while expelling an intense amount of electricity across its whole body. Tsukasa. Well then shall we dance? Get into battle stance. Screen close. Xcast. Decade san. Someone. Chuckle amused yes I am here already no need to shout. Making everyone else except our three hosts turn looking Tsukasa in shock wondering since when he did appear. Either. What? Since when you're here. Tsukasa. Make fake I'm hurt gesture while talking and teasing voice oh can't I came to visit once in a while. I'm hurt, drop the act anyways, I was just in the area and decided it's not gonna hurt to visit. Notice that Xcast giving him wary looks, especially Kakabiel making him chuckle. Don't worry, I'm not gonna destroy your world, all of you have done good work so far, keep it up. But Xcast let out breath of relief hearing that. Skeeth. Anyways, good to see you Tsukasa, how you've been together with, and Corbenik shaking hands with Tsukasa. Tsukasa. I'm good, how about you? Usually you take at least 2 weeks late at most before posting new chapters, this time it's already more than 3 weeks already back, then you used to post 1 chapter per week, giving a smirk knowing what he was doing. Sounds of fourth wall breaking right after Tsukasa said that, but Skeeth and Corbenik giving Tsukasa dry looks. Did you seriously have to break it? Corbenik. Sometimes I forgot what an asshole you are, shaking head in exasperation, but Skeeth and Corbenik snapped their fingers repairing the fourth wall. Skeeth. I twitching a little before let out defeated sigh, screw it, I'm not gonna argue with you, anyways I got something that will help you in the long run, give Tsukasa something. Tsukasa. Looking at item that Skeeth give him with curiosity, this is. Skeeth. Let out a grin, I made an adjustment to this, what I can say is, it's about the time to make the thief feel the same harassment no matter where he go, and also relieve you from your bonus problem. Tsukasa. Let out dark grin after catching what Skeeth was hinting at. Oh boy, you're genius Skeeth, I've been thinking on how to deal with those two for a long time, as payback anyways, we're talking long enough, it's about time wasn't it? Indeed, others been watching you two talk long enough, but both of them turned to others and Tsukasa let out small snort holding out his laughter that was about to come out after his line of sight passed by someone in Xcast, making others curious why Tsukasa was holding his laughter. Michael? Something wrong Tsukasa, don't know. Tsukasa. Waving off other people concerned, nothing, just accidentally remember something funny, that's all, get back to his seat. But others shrugs deciding to ignore it, thinking it probably wasn't anything important except Skeeth and Corbenik that know the actual reason. Skeeth. Thinking well, anyone would fall into laughter though after hearing that. Let out small chuckle, can't blame him, I already laughing my ass off after hearing that. Corbenik. Who wouldn't? Even the three of us instantly fall off laughing our ass off after hearing something as unexpected as that. Tsukasa. Ah, that's right, oi Shiru. Shiru? Huh. What is it? Tsukasa. The old troll send you his regards, making Shiru instantly pale upon hearing it with Xcast. That don't know why Shiru suddenly gone pale turned to Skeeth for answers. Skeeth. Let out a chuckle, nothing to worry about, just Shiru old acquaintance that loved to mess with him from time to time before, anyways I got some surprise news for you all. But Xcast catching up what Skeeth was saying and starting to feel excited. Issei. Wait, don't tell that. Azazel. It was. Give a nod confirming their guess, yup, as you all guessed, making some Xcast let out a cheer thinking they are the next one in line of receiving gifts. Corbenik. There's another round of gifts for you all, smile. Either Shiru, Peter and Ritsuka. Tilt their head confused. Gifts. Tsukasa. In a nutshell, people like those three sent some gifts for a select few of people from everyone here, but either Shiru, Peter and Ritsuka let out. Ah, I see. Skeeth. Ahem, this time only 4 of them that send gift to you all, and like before the first one to send is at YOGAP 56747. He has presents for 6 people. First, may Gasper step forward. Gasper. Nervously point to himself. Me. Issei. Yosh, go for it Gasper, you earned it. Valerie. Go Gasper kun. But Gasper nervously step forward to receive his gifts. Skeeth. Well, he has several gifts for you. The first one is this, brought his hand out making big sphere of light that split into 12 small ball that goes towards Gasper circling around him until the light dimmed down, showing sleeping infants of 12 different kinds of animals. Gasper. This give curious look towards the 12 animals touching one of them, making it open its eyes with the others also do the same, and after seeing Gasper, they let out small cry of recognition. But other Xcast also looking at the 12 animals in interest. Azazel. For some reason they looks like they belong to every animal and zodiac signs. Skeeth. Correct, they are offsprings of 12 familiars of the legendary vampire from alternate dimensions of different realm. Snap his fingers, making all of the infant familiar merge with Gasper, making him patting himself all over his body confused. Gasper. Where are they go? Skeeth. Chuckle, don't worry, I'll make it that they are bound to you only so it's not hereditary. Speaking of, right now you are unable to summon them right now, considering that they need more time to get used with you, and you need to get stronger to be able to summon them. In meantime, you can speak with them in your consciousness before they grown up to help you bond with them. My estimation of time they take to grow up was around 1 month at most. After they grow up you can only summon one of them to aid you in battle at 10 min max, 5 min max, if you summon 2 of them at same time, and the cooldown after each summon, whether 1 or 2 was exactly 24 hours, you will be unable to summon them before the end of cooldown duration. Gasper. I see, it seems I'll need to become stronger, worthy of this gift. Issei. Ruffling Gasper head, I know you can do it Gasper, go for it. But Valerie also give an encouraging nod towards Gasper, making him give determined looks. Sirzech. If I may ask, is there a reason then Gasper-kun can only summon 2 at the same time max? Skeeth. Truth to be told, each of the familiars hold quite a potential in each of them, so the moment Gasper tried to summon more than 2 he would literally gone berserk, like the uncontrollable Juggernaut Drive state, making those that has seen the damages caused by Juggernaut Drive, has done in the past, give serious look because his body unable to hold out the strain from summoning 3 of them, so my advice is just stick to summon only 1 for now. Gasper. I see, I'll be careful and train myself from now on. Turn to Issei senpai, will you help me become stronger? Issei. Put his fist on his chest. Of course Gasper, let's train together from now on. Skeeth. Alright then, here's the other gifts for you. Brought out pile of games of Trails series and AI bot like the games that Issei got. It can be played in any platform. Speaking of the AI bot here, it can help you in battle. For example, it can transform itself into weapon and armor for you as extra protection mecha like animals and vehicles to go anywhere you want. But Gasper eyes literally shining while drooling looking at the another batch of gifts he got. Gasper. Realize that he's drooling and hurriedly wiping it before giving a bow. Please tell at YOGAP 56747 San that I'm grateful for all these gifts. Tuckle, don't worry, I'm sure he knows. Skeeth. Next is Asia. May you step forward and relax. Asia. Why yes, shyly step forward and take a deep breath to calm herself. Skeeth. Here goes, then snap his fingers making several clusters of small light appear around Asia, circling around her before merging forming into a twilight healing version of hair clip and goes latching to Asia hair, making her touch it in wonder. Michael. A twilight healing. Looking at the hair clip in curiosity. Skeeth. It's a different version of twilight healing called Eclipse Blessing. It's YOGAP 56747 own personal works. It can use healing ability like twilight healing, but also can give blessings to ally and debuff to user enemies, but on single target in balance breaker state. It'll be able to use it effects on multiple targets. If you wonder how it works in a nutshell, just think of it like white mage and black mage abilities on RPG game. Issei, if you don't mind, will you help her play some RPG games to help her understand on how magic abilities of white mage and black mage works? Will you both can also treat playing games together to bonds more between each other, making both of them blush. Asia. I'm thankful for this gift, I'll be able to help everyone with this. Skeeth. Now on your second gift, here some martial arts books for you to train yourself with to be able to stand up to yourself. Gave the books to Asia. Asia. Thank you Skeeth San. YOGAP 56747 San. With her carefully take the books and notice that there's a small note between the books and read it only to blush before hurriedly hiding it with the words written on the note. Yes, I know that you felt inferior sometimes because compared to other harem sisters, you are on the petite size. Working out also help you become more attractive to Issei eyes, and it also helps making your chest become more perky and bigger. It will help making Issei notice you more. Written by Skeeth. Skeeth. Next one is Ajuka. Ajuka. Even me? Blinking his eyes, unable to believe that even he also received a gift before shrugging off and stepped forward interested. Skeeth. First for you is a slime. Brought out a slime to perplex Ajuka, while Sirzech and Serafal chuckling amused seeing the gift. It's not a normal slime, it's rare type of slime that capable to regenerate itself but unable to multiply. He gave this slime to you, knowing that how you love experiment to help you with it. Then the next one is this brought out stash of novel to Ajuka. Ajuka. Pick up one of the novel, read a title in curiosity, The Eminence in Shadow. Skeeth. Just a novel for you to read in spare time when you taking a break to pass time. Ajuka. Very well, please send my regards to YOGAP 56747 for this, I'll appreciate it. Give a smile before start immersing himself reading the novel in his seat. Skeeth. Next one is Saji. Saji. Ooh, even me, I wonder what I would got. Bump his fist excited. Skeeth. For you, it's a weapon artifact from another world. It was one of four set of weapons created from remains of 4 sacred beast bodies after they sacrificed themselves to protect humanity against those that wished to destroy it. May I present it to you all. Xuanwu drill lancer and shield, brought out tortoiseshell shaped shield and black shaped lance with a purple snake decorating the lance, circling it making looks drill shaped, with everyone else looking at the gift feeling powerful energy for it. Shiru. Scratch his chin. That's quite a powerful weapons. But Saji received the lance and shield with shaking hands, feeling overwhelmed with such gift. Skeeth. The element of the lance and shield was earth and water for near absolute protection and attacks that can broke through nearly most attacks. He gift you this artifact to you, knowing that you want to protect those that you hold dear by. The way you need to be able to use sacred gear, just to use it for 2 minutes tops. 5 min in balance breaker, 10 min max if using malleable Jvritra promotion. More than that, it will break you body or worse death for current you, making Saji gulp nervously from the warning. By the way, it was enchanted so that only you can use it anyways. Here's your second gift, an arcade card game called Hero of Robots for you and your siblings to play together. Saji. Let out a tear, feeling overwhelmed from the gifts he got before bowing. Thank you YOGAP 56747 San for this gift. Skeeth. Next is Ravel brought out and give Phoenix themed flail and bow to Ravel. This is for helping you to fight in mid and long range. Don't worry, the weapons would instantly appear if you will it, and near indestructible, and also some music game for you to play with. Ravel. Trying the weapons, feeling giddy with it, making her family chuckle with her antics, making Ravel blush in embarrassment before due courtesy. Bo, thank you YOGAP 56,747 Sama for this wondrous gift, I'll put it into good use. Skeeth. Then the last is Vali, may you step forward and brought out divine dividing. Ali. Ahoo, seems like it's finally my turn, walk forward, will secretly feel giddy inside with Albion gave a chuckle feeling glad for Vali. Skeeth. Snap his fingers, making the blue parts of the wings undergoing some changes, making it has more defined blades shape with 5 blades for each wings, making Vali look at the changes and wonder now, try will the changed part to come out of your wings. Ali. With Vali try it and notice that he can control it at will, move it around, and also feeling that he can shoot magic spells from it. This is amazing, I can feel that I can shoot magic spells from this bladed wings in rapid succession. Skeeth. Nodding, indeed it can help you in battles, but you need to train your mind to be more flexible on using it, and you also can use the bladed wing as sword. Now on the second gift, I present you the Take Mikazuchi hammer, brought out a massive hammer holding it in one hand, change the purple color part into silver color, but other cast feels awe seeing the hammer. Shiru. Let out a whistle impressed after seeing the hammer, damn that one scarily bad as hammer. Peter. Sweat drops, why for some reason I feel that the hammer hit as hard as Hulk. But Vali after received the hammer struggling a little lifting the hammer with both hands. Ali. Damn, this hammer is heavy but I like it, thank you YOGAP 56,747 and give excited grin thinking of future where he will use the hammer in future battles. Azazel. If I may ask, do you mind telling us the original user of the hammer? With him and others cast looking forward for hammer original user. Skeeth. I'll just show you what the original user looks like. She was from a race called Umbral, which her name is Bayonetta, and that's it. I'm not gonna say more, thinking towards the readers before brought out the picture on the screen, don't blame me, I never got to play Bayonetta, okay, crying and lament with both, and Corbenik do the same. I love every design version of her, but literally every nearly men in cast, especially the perverts, instantly let out a nosebleed and some pop a boner except the angels, and those that in relationship sweating profusely, getting watched by their spouses and girlfriends with a look telling you pop a boner, you're dead, while desperately holding back their boner. Well, either Peter, Shiru and Ritsuka already closed their eyes after heeding Shiru warning to close their eyes in advance. Azazel. Woohoo, step on me my queen. Odin. Punish me mommy, punish me. Barakiel. Chanting some Bible scriptures, your heart is only for Shuri. Barakiel, resist the temptations. Iku. How is a woman as hot as that exists? Yelling out while still desperately hiding his boner. Sun Wukong. Noticed something about Bayonetta outfit and widen eyes in realization, ayo, wait a minute, was her outfit was actually her hair. Azazel. Holy shit, that's bucking hot, let out degenerate grin while savoring the image in his brain. Odin. That's it, I'm touching myself tonight. Rossweisse. Odin, Sama, mind your manners please. But Baldur, Thor and Vidar cover their faces feeling embarrassed with their father antics, and some women feel inferior looking at Bayonetta, thinking that she's a true femme fatale. Corbenik. Yep, already expect this, can't blame those perverts though. Yeah, Bayonetta was smoking hot for a game character after several while with everyone else already calmed down. Skeeth. Alright then, next is from someone you all know, it was from JVENOM10, he has gifts for several people here. First may Issei step forward. Issei. Another gifts from JVENOM10 sent again. Oh man, I wonder what it is, step forward feeling giddy. Skeeth. Let me present you HF Murasama blade, a high-frequency blade, used by the legendary cyborg swordsman Sam Jetstream, brought out the blade, making some people curious, especially swordsmen in the group. As a bonus, here's some books on how to dual-wield a sword, so that you can use it together with Ascalon, you can read it together with Udo and other swordsmen. Oh, and by the way, the sheath also act like a gun. I take it upon myself to enchant it, so that its bullets would be able to reload itself infinitely. Shiru. Whistle impressed, I've seen many types of swords in my life, but this one was totally unique. To think that it also has sheath that also act as gun was impressive. Issei. Ooh, this is so awesome. First a shotgun, now this blade. I'm so touched, thank you again. JVENOM tense and let out a tear feeling overwhelmed with his gift and start reading the books on how to dual wield. Skeeth. Next one is Yuritsuka, give a smile thinking you totally need it for all suffering you have been through, especially after the betrayal against those that claim to love you in the past. Smile mysteriously, I'll help you find happiness this time. Ritsuka. Point to himself, absolutely shocked, he even me. Peter. Come on champ, you deserve this, grinning while a nudge Ritsuka forward, making him step forward feeling nervous. Skeeth. Let me present you, Harbinger, a mecha shift side, sword and shotgun in one. It can switch between any of those form to adapt in any battle situation. As you probably guessed, I already enchanted it so that it won't break and have infinite ammo so you don't need to reload. And your next present is Training Regiment written by Leonidas. Give the second gift to shocked Ritsuka who look at the second gift in nostalgia, remembering the time spending with Leonidas he summoned before. Nervously take both gift while awkwardly trying to shift Harbinger between each form getting used with it. Ritsuka let out grateful smile. Thank you Skeeth and JVENOM tense and I appreciate this gift. Go back to his seat. Skeeth. You're welcome. Then the next one is for Shiru. Shiru widen his eyes a little bit before let out a smirk. Who, interesting, never thought I would get gifts though. Very well then step forward while wondering what he will got. Skeeth. Of course you deserve this. First is your late father Kiritsugu sniper, Walter Washington 2000. Give the sniper to shocked Shiru who received it with shaking hands. I personally add some enhancements so that you will never lost it and have it bullets fire a downgraded version of origin bullets, making those that got shot with it would temporarily lose the ability to use the magecraft for 5 minutes. Now on the second gift, a replica of Blue Rose, a double barrel revolver used by the one of the legendary Demon Hunter and grandson of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta. By the way, it can shoot normal bullet or bullet made of prana if you wish it, but everyone else felt chills in their spine upon hearing the name while Shiru looking at the revolver in awe, feeling that it packed quite a punch. Tsukasa. Ah, that guy, he's quite powerful for you guys standard. Looking at Xcast, he was good sparring partner to spar with, good times to remember, and also pretty chill guy that's supposed to be a demon. And be helped that he loves humanity so much that he betrayed demonkind that wished to destroy it, fighting against them single-handedly, before sealing the underworld entrance to human world, before settling down and get married with human woman. Her name was Eva if I'm right. But Skeeth and Corbenik give dry looks to Tsukasa who let out a knowing smirk for spoiling the surprise. Skeeth. What an asshole. Whatever, I'll show you guys his pictures and his wife and also his demon form. Treated as instead of rebellion it was Force Edge or Spartus words of instead, but I prefer the Force Edge for aesthetic look. Asia. The both look so happy together. Gabriel. Yeah, they both purely love each other. Michael. Indeed, sister. Sirzech. Sweating a little after seeing Sparta demon form. I don't think that any of us hold a candle against him. Seraphol. Nodding a little nervous. Yeah, I'm glad that he was peaceful person from what we've been told. Pow cow. Guess there's a demon that also willing to sacrifice themselves to protect humanity, huh? He's truly worthy of respect and a true hero together with the rest of his team. Look at figure of Sparta and respect. Skeeth. Alright, next is your next gift. Chuckle a little, making everyone else confused except those that know. Shiru. What is it? Receive the next gift in form of books. Before eye twitching seeing a title before looking back at grinning Skeeth. Are you serious? Skeeth. Indeed, how to be not dense and how to handle women and how to make them fall for you is probably most important gift for you, considering that back then you are harem king without knowing it. Don't deny it. Remember Sakura Rider Saber Rin Luvia Ayako and lastly Taiga let out small mutter, and there's more, especially Lancer Artoria Ilya alter version and many more. Especially female Gilgamesh. But Shiru already pale, remembering his foolish younger self seducing women left and right without realizing it and temporarily reigniting his urge to go back in time and kill his younger self. Issei. Sensei, please teach me your way together with other perverts and harem king hopeful, goes to Shiru kneeling in respect before him. Shiru. Oh freaking hell no, get off me, sighing before turning to Skeeth. Please send my regards for the gifts to JVENOM10. Skeeth. Very well. In meantime and Corbenik talking with each other in mind. Should we tell him that he also have a yaoi harem too, especially with his younger self Kirei Shinji Lancer and also Gilgamesh too? Corbenik. Nah, better not, it would probably break his mind after hearing it, especially when there's also a version of him that was in relationship with females Ulrich or worse. While Shiru suddenly felt chills in his spine for unknown reasons, Will also felt a need to throw up, making him feel unwell. Skeeth. Clap his hands, getting others' attention. Alright, next is for you. Either your gift is this. The Masamune brought out a long katana and handed over to either. Making some stances while trying to get used with it. I still need a little bit of time to get used with this. Saoji. Let out a whistle together with other swordsmen. Damn, now, that's a katana, color me impressed. The original user of the sword must be powerful to wield such 5-blade. Skeeth. Indeed, he was totally famous to the point every being like me know about him. His name is Sephiroth, the one-winged angel. Brought out the picture on the screen, but Xcast felt chills in their spine upon seeing the picture. Great Red. I don't think that I can beat him at all. Ophis. He would probably toy with us instead before finishing us off. But Xcast gulping down saliva hearing Great Red and Ophis claim. Skeeth. Alright, moving on. Your next gift is this. Either a picture of you and your sister, hand a picture locket necklace containing picture of either and Lumen, happy together to shocked either. nervously opened the locket and let out a tear upon seeing the picture before turning to Skeith Lumen. Thanks Keith-san, and thank you JVENOM10-san for this wondrous gift, I'll appreciate it. Wear the necklace. Skeith. No problem. Next to last one is Azazel. May you step forward, and brought out downfold dragon spear. Azazel. Ahoo, seems like this is my lucky day. I wonder what is it. Step forward and brought out downfold dragon spear. But Skeith brought out ball of light before throwing it to downfold dragon spear, making it glowing brightly before the light dimmed down after a while. Skeith. And that's it for your gift. JVENOM10 know about your frustration trying to perfect it and failing every time, so he lent a little push making it into proper Longinus type sacred gear that wasn't bound by the system. Azazel. For real. This is awesome. Thank you JVENOM10 and immediately trying it out feeling giddy from his excitement. Skeith. Alright, now another batch of gift from Thundersnack. May Kunu and Milikas step forward. Zeoticus. Oh, new people, I wonder what gift Milikas will get. Then Alana. Nodding smiling, same with me. Yasaka. I'm glad for Kunu. I also wonder what she will got. Skeith. A plush toy for you both. Give a plush toy of SCP-999, making them immediately feel happy upon receiving it while hugging the plush toy happily. Meanwhile every girl literally melt upon seeing the plush toy with some pouting a little jealous. Skeith. And then a gift for both Issei and Vali, brought out 2 fruit with one colored red and one colored blue. This is fire dragon slayer fruit and ice dragon slayer fruit, making the dragons look at the fruit in surprise. Issei and Vali. Fire ice dragon slayer fruit. Skeith. Yeah, remember Natsu? With Xcast nodding while sweat drops remembering every time he tried to challenge everyone especially the dragons for a fight back then. He's a first generation dragon slayer. He learned that magic from his adoptive father Fire Dragon King, Igniel. But Xcast blinked their eyes in surprise hearing that. Diamat. Okay, why would a dragon teach such magic that was harmful to its own kinds? Skeith. In the world where Natsu came from, there's a great dragon war happening in long time, so some select group of dragons that loves human teach them this magic to be able protect themselves against malicious dragons. By the way, both of you gift was actually 2 but I combine it into 1 now. Eat it. Give the fruit and together with Corbenik and Tsukasa hiding their smirk when both Issei and Vali about to eat it. Right after both of them eat it, both of them face turn green while making disgusted face. Issei and Vali. Disgusting. Go know why I can't stop myself. Both unable to control their bodies making them finish eating the fruits while everyone else laughing looking at their constantly changing disgusted face while gagging eating it with Drag and Albion being the loudest. After both of them finished eating the fruit and came back from the washroom washing their mouth desperately trying to wash away the taste. Skeith. Still chuckling. Anyways, I'll tell you guys the benefits after eating it. First, you guys are able to eat the element of the fruit you got from outside sources, except the one you make it yourself to replenish your magic reserve. Will also become resistant to said element and also transforming yourself into becoming said element. By the way, the dragon slaying magic you both got is not as potent as the actual one. The reason of it, because every dragon slayer would get carsick from any mode of transportations and would eventually turn you guys into a dragon. While the fruit effect that change yourself into said element would make you both unable to swim, so after combining the magic and fruit and filter out the weakness it only making you both unable to transform yourself into your respective elements if get splash or hit with water for a while before becoming dry and unable to eat other elements to replenish your magic reserve. If you guys are curious, Dragon Slayer magic has secret technique called Dragon Force, making the user has dragon might in human body but it has side effects I said before making you slowly transform into a dragon the more you use Dragon Force. But both Issei and Vali carefully try to transform into their respective elements, while also tried eating the flame and ice created by their comrades, noticing that it tastes quite good. Issei. Man, this is awesome. Ignoring the taste of that fruit just now, I'm grateful for this gift. Please send my regards to Thundersnack-san, Skeith-san. Vali. Yeah, same with me. Thinking with this I can become stronger to protect mom and my siblings. Thank you Thundersnack-san for giving me this opportunity. Skeith. Alright, before we go to the next gift giver, Thundersnack has a message for you. Issei clearing his throat before reading. You are heavily underappreciated. Yo, you are a great man, and an even greater bro, even if you're a perv. For all who think pervert are worthless, there was Toad Sage who was a bigger perv than even Issei, and he was in his old ages. But that same sage trained 2 of the greatest heroes of his time and unfortunately died never having been able to confess to his lover. He died with regrets but left a great legacy behind. If a pervert can do that, then you Issei Haidu can be something great even beyond what you are now. Never stop dreaming bud. But Issei over the course of hearing the message desperately tried wiping out his tears and snot feeling touched with the message with Drag and his parents patting his back as sign of support. Issei. I promise I will not disappoint everyone and become an better man. Give deep bow. Thank you Thundersnack-san for your supporting words. After a while with Issei managed to calm down. Skeith. And lastly a gift from JAMESPATRICKBUEZA6 for everyone here except children, it's called. Snap his fingers making a book slowly appear on everyone's hands except either How to Befriend a Monkey Vol 1 with everyone else give horrified look upon seeing the book cover wishing that it was just a bad dream with the book cover showing. Shiru. Slowly turning to Skeeth this is just a joke right? Skeeth. Nope, I'm serious give the most poker face ever with everyone dare not to open the book after got a bad feeling about it while some foolishly dare to open it only to get confused seeing the contents. Azazel. What's this? Before sleep chant Ricardo Rajang got that. Ow cow. Hot time with Rajang but other foolish ones also pondering about the contents of the book either. Shaking head in pity oh boy they're gonna regret it shivering regretting why he buy the entire volume of the accursed book before back then. Skeeth. Chuckling amused seems like mostly everyone been engrossed with the book good night sleeping then we gotta go then start to leave followed with an Corbenik. Tsukasa. Same with me gotta go like Skeeth said good night sleeping tonight chuckle mysteriously, knowing what would happen to the foolish ones. After 4 of them leaves with those in the house start feeling sleepy and decided to hit the hay. Either. Turn to Shiru, Peter and Ritsuka you guys didn't open the book right. With the 3 of them shaking their head no, making either let out breath of relief good, I don't want you 3 get traumatized, wait until tonight you guys would understand making 3 of them nod nervously. Later that night, scene showing Azazel wake up screaming while sweating profusely and start regretting doing the chant before sleep. Azazel. Why did I chant the accursed words now I can't get it out from my head sobbing pathetically. Mini flashback start, scene change Azazel dreamscape, scene showing Azazel was tied up while sitting on a chair in a dark room, unknown voice. Seems like this guy haven't got the memo he haven't got that yet, gentlemen a little help here. But suddenly a hulking figure slowly approached terrified Azazel and start. Mini flashback end. After calming himself down, Azazel tried to get back to sleep hoping nothing bad will happen this time. Scene change multiple male unknown first point of view dreamscape. Dreamscape start. Scene showing first point of view of someone dreaming they just managed to hunt a bulldrum barely and catching their breath after the hunt. Male first POV. Will you finally manage to hunt this? It's time to carve for rewar huh? Noticed a shadow of hulking figure looming from behind them making them sweat. Unknown figure. With super suave voice that was beyond disturbing impressive but I think it's about time for. Male first POV. Time for. Slowly turning back and immediately regretted after seeing Rajang face to face with it, giving the absolute gape face that will haunt them for the rest of their lives. Rajang. Hot Rajang hick instantly turned into Super Saiyan, but everything turned dark after that followed with unholy scream of suffering and pain. Dreamscape end. From every part of the house with nearly every male woke up screaming scared shitless and start rocking back and forth sucking their thumbs feeling traumatized from the nightmare. Meanwhile with Shiru Peter and Ritsuka was at either room, let out breath of relief, feeling glad that they didn't open the Pandora box. Either. Shrug sucks to be them well, then let's go to sleep going back to sleep with the other 3 following suit. Scene change unknown location. Scene showing Aurora curtain appear with Tsukasa Skeeth and Corbenik came out from it. Skeeth. Thanks Tsukasa for the ride. Tsukasa. Shrugs no problem I'm free enough, I'll see you guys later leave via another Aurora curtain. Tuckle guess he can't wait to use it huh? Corbenik. Who wouldn't, anyone would be pissed if get same harassment like him. Skeeth. Chuckle before turning to readers well, first I'm sorry for the late update, been busy with work and not mention Genshin 3.4 came out, anyways I got nothing to say, just hope everyone else enjoy this chapter and take care of their health see you start opening Genshin Impact. If Skeeth dry look seriously dude you can play it later noticed Skeeth let out a cheer and check the reason why with Corbenik only to jaw drops. Skeeth. Finally bucking finally got Xiao signature weapon hahaha. Corbenik. Dude did my eyes playing tricks on me that was lot of Widsith you got there wiping out his eyes. If I'm right now you have 2 refinement 5 Widsith and 1 refinement Widsith already from this pull. Skeeth. Shrugs guess I'll give those Widsith to Ningguang Yanfei and Lisa then time to grind then. But the 3 of them leave via instant transmission. Scene change on Aoraki area. Scene showing Tsukasa who was already transformed secretly observing Naritaki who like usual blaming Decade about everything. Kaido. Appear beside Tsukasa via Aurora curtain at Tsukasa what are you doing secretly observing Naritaki by the way have you eaten your sea cucumber yet? Tsukasa. Get a tick mark shut up Kaido, anyways I need your help freezing him when he's startled, I'm gonna use this on him after that show the item to Kaido making him surprised. Kaido. Shrugs sure, I'll help you this time but Tsukasa use clock up and instantly appear before shocked Naritaki who was frozen by Kaido. Tsukasa. Payback time slam something on Naritaki gut making him screaming in pain before fall unconscious. Naritaki. Onari Dikadu. Tsukasa. Now them, time to enjoy the show. Drop the item to unconscious Naritaki, showing it was a familiar watch. After an unknown amount of time later, scene change random AR worlds. Scene showing Swartz was enjoying himself using another decade power when suddenly an aurora curtain appear with Naritaki came out from it and giving Swart looks of absolute hate. Swartz. Naritaki. What he's doing here. When suddenly Naritaki brought out another ride watch putting it to himself transforming him into a monster version of himself. Naritaki. Another Naritaki. Onari another Dikadu proceeds to instantly summon every kind of monster and sending them to shocked Swartz. Swartz. What the fuck? Proceeds to desperately fight back against the horde of monster before running away after getting overwhelmed from the intense amount of monster before shouting Onari Dikadu. Scene showing an appropriate distance away showing both Tsukasa and Kaido laughing their ass off after seeing what just happened. Tsukasa. Feel my pain ha 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 ha. And thus begin the never-ending chase. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.